Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful Friday, April 24th. Hope everyone is doing well today. I'm waking up a little bit, drinking my coffee. Let me know how the volume is like, so I can turn the sound down if necessary. Let me know what the volume is like relative to the music, my volume specifically relative to the music. Let me know how that works. Let me know if it's too loud or if I need to turn the music down. I'm assuming I probably have to turn the music down because it's going to be too loud and you're not going to be able to hear what I'm saying. So let me know. What's the volume like, guys? Let me know. Music's loud? I figured it was. Hold on. Alright, guys, that should be good. I turned the music down. That should work. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to check it on my phone real quick to make sure, but that should work. I think this is going to work. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's going to work. So hold on one second. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to check the volume to make sure it's at a comfortable level. So I'll be right back. Man, if that's not the most perfect music level, I don't think I've ever heard one, man. I gotta remember this. So this is this is around 20 and 15 dB. Right in the center of that. And then the music level, okay. I wonder if there's a way for me to save this setting. Nah, this will work fine. Alright, guys, you should go by Jonathan, sexy name, you know, like everyone thinks your wife is. Laugh out loud, I'm kidding, just giving you a hard time. Yeah, hey, I'm okay, listen, I'm okay if people think my wife is attractive. That's okay. I mean, that's understandable, you know. That's understandable if people think my wife's attractive. The reason I was kind of getting onto that dude yesterday is because that's not the first comment that dude's made. That dude had made another comment. That dude has been on the stream, and the only thing he ever says is criticism. Like the day before, he made fun of me for scalping. The day before that, he's just constantly criticizing. And so if he was just kind of poking fun about my wife being attractive, that'd be fine. I would mess with him back. I don't have a problem with that. The reason, and it may have seemed like I was just kind of jumping off the handles at that guy, but the reason I was saying that is because he's one of those dudes that obsessively criticizes, right? Like he comes on the stream every day, doesn't say anything positive, and just looks for little critique points to attack you on. And that's something that, you know, if you're just always going to be negative, you're going to get booted out of here, man. And I'm going to probably insult you before I do it. And so it is what it is. You know, good lesson for everybody there. I would turn it up just a little bit. Let me see. I mean, I can turn it up a tad bit more. Like this, maybe. That should be about right. Oh, no, you're good, Sky. You're good. Listen, I know you're just messing with me. I guess, like, I had watched the stream, and at first I watched it yesterday, and I was like, maybe I flew off the handles a little bit. But then I was like, people don't understand the whole dynamic behind that yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, they don't understand. Listen, it's hard. It's hard running a YouTube channel because it's like, you just get a certain percentage of people that they either feel threatened or they feel weird about whatever the reason I'm being up here is. And so you just get, it's hard to handle sometimes running a larger YouTube channel. It really is. It's fun. Listen, it's the best job in the world, but it's also difficult sometimes. But it is what it is. I love doing it. I wouldn't change it if I could, you know. Right, 100%. And listen, like I said, I love you all, man. It's a great, we got a lot of supporting people. And so I don't want to seem like I'm just complaining. I'm just talking, you know. You guys know me. I always talk about random stuff as soon as I turn the stream on. Probably because I'm sipping my coffee right now and I'm getting that energy boost. And so I just talk about nonsense that first 5 minutes. But yeah, it's been a fun day, man. It's been a fun stream. Yesterday was a fun stream, I mean. And it was a fun day. And we'll see if we can have a good day today as well. But yeah, like I said, I don't want it to seem like I'm just being negative, because I'm not. I'm just talking, you know. Maybe I'm venting a little bit, which is understandable. You should hear I talked to my best friend. My best friend's so tired of hearing me vent. Because it's like, I don't want to do it on YouTube. My wife, too, man. She's tired of hearing me vent, too. It's fun, though. Like I said, it's the best job in the world. Hey, shout out to Kyle for the subscribe. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team, dude. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning. We have these scanners up now, and we will be we'll be day trading live like we do every day right here on stream. All right, so taking a look at the market here. Let me pivot to the market talk. The market is up today. I think it probably dropped pretty big yesterday. I actually traded a little bit at the very end of the day. What I did yesterday at the very end of the day, yeah, so we're up technically, but we dropped yesterday, but it wasn't a huge day by any means. We're up to 280, which is fine. It's not like a super low level or anything like that. But I did trade a bunch after the stream yesterday, and I still have to upload these trades to Instagram, because I've been making my Instagram kind of the place where I upload streams and stuff like that. And so I have to kind of make this place. I took one loss on MU. You can see this. I took one loss on MU. I think I ended it down. I don't know, man. I ended it down like, I don't know. Or no, I guess I ended it up on Nvidia. I traded Nvidia. Oh, what I did was I took a loss on MU, right? I traded MU and took a loss on it. And then I traded Nvidia and made my money back on that one. And the trade was just planning on using the previous closing price as my risk. Like, if you can barely see this trade, you can see the previous closing price right here. And I was down like 200 and something bucks at one time, but I was right around my risk there, so that's about what I was risking. And so I ended up getting the really nice breakdown here and scaled out of it and ended the day up 194 bucks. I don't know how much of that is actually commissions though, because like I said, I did have to take bigger size to rebound here, and it wasn't something that I think was a good move on my part. I think I just got a little bored. I mean, I'm at home all day, every day. There's nothing else to do, and so I just kind of stare. And I got this big computer set up over here, so sometimes when I'm like bored, I look over at all my monitors, and I'm like, I'm gonna go mess around with the stock market. And luckily, I ended the day up 200 bucks yesterday, but it could have gotten bad. And I recorded the whole thing though, and I'm gonna upload those to Instagram. So I did end up about $200 yesterday. When I closed down the stream though, I was already up like 116 bucks yesterday when I closed down the stream. From trading Nvidia. I've been trading Nvidia a little bit more, and so it was a good day. But like I said, I think yesterday was one of the days where my risk management was a little out of whack, and I ended up risking too much. Like I said, at one point I was down like 250 bucks, and to put it into perspective, my account's huge. It's an $8,000 account, and I've got like I've already got about $3,000 in profit, and so I've got plenty of room in my account that it can handle, you know, a $200 swing. It's not a big deal, but I would much so rather slowly work my way up there instead of just getting frustrated from a loss and then taking bigger sizing, because I think that is a bad habit to get in. And I think even though it worked out this specific time, it could really backfire on me if I continue to do that. And so that's not something I want to do. And I just have to be honest with myself and introspective enough to acknowledge that I made a risk management mistake yesterday, and then change my mental game because of that and understand the risk I was taking. And so that's kind of my thoughts on my trade yesterday. I would love to sit here and be like, yeah, it was a $200 day, look at me, I did so great, but I really think it was the wrong move and a bad move, and I don't think I should have done it. But it is what it is. Green is good, I'll take it. Yeah, I think it's like $5,000, but they give you a year to do it, James. And so I'm about $2,000 away from that, and I have a few months to hit that. And so I think I'll probably hit it. And that's kind of another reason why you've seen me scale up in my sizing a little bit, is because I have to break $5,000 in profit on this pro account, because I've had it for almost a year, about 10 months now. And so I have about 2 months to make $2,000. And so we'll see how we do. I think I'll probably make it, though. I think I'll be all right. But yeah, it's about a year. They give you a year to do it, and so that's a lot of time with this account. And I think it's a smaller amount if you have like an intro package, you know. Yeah, that's tough, Sky. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Like listen. As you mature and you get older, like, you realize, like, certain things is just like little kid stuff, man, you know. And I'm not trying to act self-righteous or, you know, whatever that is. I don't care, you know. But when you get to a certain point, you understand, like, the psychology behind it. You kind of see stuff. Like I said, I had to teach my daughter the same thing, which is that, like, if somebody bullies you, just tell them what's up and they'll stop. You know, if you just ignore it and let it happen over and over again, you're just enabling the problem, right? So eventually you just got to say something to them. And if you say the right thing to them, they'll stop. Yeah, so California governor is a robot. Just thought I'd throw that out there. There's no way that dude is human. Yeah, you might be right, man. Who knows, dude? But let's look at some stocks. Yeah, you got to make 5K to make in these big accounts. Like I have AY with Tefts, you have to make 5K in a year, within a year, which is fine. Like I said, this account overall cost $8,000, and so, you know, that's not an unreasonable expectation. A year's a long time. And I think with an intro package, it's like you have to make like $400. Look at MESO though, and so it's not an unreasonable expectation. Like I said, if you don't make what you paid for it in a year, you know, you're struggling a little bit. The big thing is that you get what you paid for, and I think that I paid about $8,000 for this account, but I've gained so much market experience from it that no matter what happens, it's been worth it for me. And like I said, I think I'm gonna hit the 5,000 mark, so I'll be able to keep my account. I think I have like 2.5 months to hit that, and so we'll see. I'm pretty close, but I think I'll do it. All right, so we got MESO here. Look at MESO gapping up, man. This thing is gapping up over 100%. It looks like it's gapping up about 110% overnight. Man, this thing's gapping up from 645 to 1414 here. And let me check out some news on this one. Alright, so Mesoblast reports a high survival rate for COVID-19 treatment. Remestemcel. And I'm going to go ahead and quote this. They said they reported 10 out of 12 patients with ventilator-dependent coronavirus infections survived following 2 intravenous infusions of the company's allogenic mesenchymal stem cell product candidate, Remestemcel. And they announced an 83% survival rate with that. And so it's a bio company gapping up over 100% because it had positive coronavirus results. And so we'll see what happens with MES. So it's a pretty good catalyst. We got Chesapeake Energy still ripping up here, man. This one's been in a long-term uptrend. Let's see what the catalyst behind CHK is. All right, so they put out something that said that they are adopting shareholder rights plan to protect the availability of their net operating losses. This is up because crude is up, I think, for CHK. We'll see what happens with this one as well. We got THMO here. THMO gapping up pretty big from 811 all the way up to 975 in pre-market. So we'll see what happens with this one and see why this one's moving as well. This is Thermogenesis, THMO. And they put out something that said that their immune site joint venture developing several convalescent plasma antibody therapeutic approaches against the COVID-19 have been relatively successful. It also was featured on the Fox 40 and other local news outlets with this. So they are an automated cell processing tool and service in the cell and gene therapy field. And again, I'm going to go ahead and quote this one. It's from PR Newswires, and they quote, announced today that it was featured on a multiple news outlets, including a Fox 40 news segment titled Rancho Cordova Company says it's working on a potential treatment for coronavirus, end quote. And I'm still quoting from the overall source with PR Newswires. And then it says, quote, regarding the Thermogenesis and Immune Site joint venture and its research collaborators' efforts towards developing a systemic antibody approaches against COVID-19, ranging from convalescent plasma therapy and polycyclonal antibody to high affinity monoclonal antibody drug candidates, end quote. Nailed it. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. It's interesting. It's gapping up. It's basically a coronavirus, positive data for the coronavirus treatment they have. So we'll see what happens with THMO as well. We also have PSTI here. PSTI gapping up from 1030s all the way to 1219 for PSTI. They secured a $54 million European funding for the COVID-19 program. So again, they secured $54 million in European funding for COVID-19 program for PSTI. We'll see what happens with this one as well. We also have NBR here. This one looks like a split. This is almost certainly a reverse split of some sort. I'm going to move on from it. Not as interesting to me. We have WWE, which honestly, a while back I didn't even realize WWE had a stock. I saw this one the other day. It's interesting. Positive first quarter results is what WWE is up. And so 60% jump in sales and big profit for their first quarter this year. So WWE is up nicely. It's an entertainment company, so people are watching that, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, we got a few other ones like EW. We got BYND ripping up over 100. BYND is up to 110. So big moves for BYND. It's up to 10. It got as high as roughly 110. It's currently at about 106, 105.90 to be specific. And yeah, that's about it for the day, guys. I don't see anything else. We got like Yeti maybe. WLL. Penny stock is... This one's actually tradable for me. This is Whiting Energy. And this one is tradable, even though it's a sub $3, sub $2 stock. It's $1.50 roughly. Then we can look at like AMD, which is down. Really, it's just following the market to a certain extent. But the SPY is actually rebounding here. We'll see if some of these stocks that I trade follow the SPY close enough for me to get into some good trades with them. I can go ahead and read some market news as well here. The U.S. Senate Democratic leader Schumer said momentum is growing for congressional relief package for state and local governments. We also had a White House a release that said the White House corrected a transcript of Burke's exchange with Trump on light to kill coronavirus, changing from, quote, that is a treatment to not as a treatment tweet. We also have the U.S. mission in Geneva said there will be no U.S. official participation at launch of the WHO Global Initiative on Coronavirus Drugs and Vaccines. And so, yeah, that's the news for the day, guys. The SPY is up because of it. We'll wait for the ETF preview, but we can take a sneak peek at, like, oil with the U.S. Oil Fund and see that is up a little bit. Gas. See, gas is about break even, maybe up a tad bit. We can look at like silver, which is up. Gold is up a little bit. And yeah, that's about the market. That's roughly what I'm seeing moving today. But yeah, we got a few good options, but the SPY is slightly up. Closed at 279.08. We're currently at 281.30 roughly. Yeah, I think the intro is just what you paid for it. It's best to reach out to them and ask them, though. AY, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't traded an intro in a long time. And so I really don't know, man. It's best to reach out to them with regard to like what you're supposed to do with the intro package. But it's something like that. I think the intro, I think it's less. But yeah, the SPY's actually ripping up today, so it doesn't look that bad. We'll see what we get with it, but it's not looking too shabby here. Let me catch back up on the chat. What's up? Let's see. What's up, West Coast? John, Noah. What's up, dude? Killer, Hero, my man, Flexsuki. What's up, bro? Y'all go check out Flexsuki's channel. He asked me the other day. He didn't push himself. He didn't try to promote himself, and I respect that. And so y'all go check out my man Flexsuki's channel. He's got a channel. He's trying to hit over 1,000 subscribers or something like that. So y'all help that man break 1,000 subs. What's up, O? What's up, brother? What's up, Bruce, AY, Tiny, Gold, James, Gavin, Sky, Michael, Stealth, Emmanuel, Sky, Chris, Jay, Gavin, Daniel, Numa, Addicted, Leo, Bando, Rocket, Brent, Lester, Wes, Al, Yin, Jeremy, Muhammad, Stick. What's up, guys? What's up, team? What's up, brothers? Good morning, man. Hope y'all are doing well today. Flexsuki, show yourself so they can go check out your channel, because I can't find it. What's up, Eunice, Jeff, Bill? Good morning, team. Thoughts on DraftKings? DraftKings is IPOing today. I think they picked a bad time to IPO. Why would DraftKings IPO today, man? It's fantasy football, and there's no sports. I mean, I guess the draft. Maybe that's right. But I would think they would do it in the actual season, not during lockdown. But I guess everybody's home, and they did just have the draft yesterday. My man Joe Burrow got picked number 1. That's right. Even I'm happy for Tua Tagovailoa as well, man. He got picked 4th, I think. He got picked by Miami. No, maybe it was 5th. Tua got picked 5th. Good for him, man. Really good dude. He's just got to get over those injuries. But yeah, we'll see, guys. Oh, that's cool. There he is. There's Flex. Y'all go check out Flexsuki's channel. You know, he's trying to grow. There it is. I'll allow it, you know. You should feel special, Flex, because I never do that to people. And the reason I don't do that is because a lot of times we got like day trading channels in here. And they'll come and they'll ask to they'll be like, hey, can I promote my channel? And I'll be sure. And then they'll start competing directly with me and streaming like at the exact same time as me. And so I've effectively helped, in that case, I've effectively helped my competitors grow. And that's not what I want to do. But if you're not related to trading, if you've got a channel that's not related to trading, then I don't mind, you know, giving you a little plug every now and then. Do I have a Brian pre-market? No, not really. 3 or 4 days this week, green from trading, very similar to your strategy. Thank you so much, and I hope I can make it 4 or 5. Good luck. Hey, nice, Eli. Like I said, man, just remember risk management, brother. You got this. The strategies we teach work really well. They really do. I mean, they work under different market conditions. Sometimes the market's going to be more favorable than other times, but overall, they work really well. People hate on us. Like I said, people listen. People, usually it's like subtly people that sell courses. People hate on us, but a lot of the time it's because we're giving people for free what they charge for, you know. And so I hope you take the strategies and you make some money with it. It feels good to run a free resource, you know. What's up, BIY? Thank you, bro. Who's annoying? Me? You saying me? I'm annoying, man? I don't know. That hurts, man. That hurts. I know you're probably not talking about me, but if you are, that hurts. Yeah, he's got some cool videos. I subtly checked out his channel after the stream just to see what it's all about. He's got some cool videos. 68% accurate this month. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. If you need a patent application. I mean, I don't know if I'll need a patent at it. I appreciate it. But I just, here's the thing. I'm not like an inventor. If I invent something, it's like an online business, right? And I've got a bunch of online businesses, don't get it twisted, but I don't need a patent for any of them. I was just about to ask, how's the weather? It's kind of rainy over here, man. It didn't fully rain, but there's definitely pollen everywhere. And yesterday, I didn't really feel good because I had like pollen. Pollen's getting rough where I am in Texas. John, what is your main source of income other than trading, if it's okay? I wouldn't say I have a main source. I mean, some of my businesses make more than others. So I'm a real estate agent. I have 2 Amazon businesses, 1 Kindle, 1 Amazon, and then I have this YouTube, and then I trade stocks, and then I'm also a freelance web developer. So I work on like web-based applications using JavaScript, CSS, HTML, React specifically. Like I mess with the Facebook React library and framework, whatever you want to call it. It's really a library, but I do a little bit of React programming as well. And so I have a lot of different stuff that I do and mess with. Most of it revolves around me being able to work for myself, though. I'm not into the whole corporate nonsense. I'm not into the whole having a boss telling me what to do. Not about that. Can't deal with that. And so I just make my own income. But yeah, that's what, I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if I would call any of that like my main source. It's all like a mix. Some months, certain businesses and stuff do better than others. And I mean, we make money from this YouTube. Like we do. Like we make money from this YouTube. And like I said, people like get mad at me, but it's like, look, we're just a free resourcing community. It's kind of like having like any type of genre of a forum. We're just a free resourcing community, and it feels good to just run that. I don't want to be one of the gurus, that push, buy my course, do this, do that. Like I'm just not trying. I'm not saying they're all bad. I just don't want to be that guy. I think there's too much of that. I'm around Houston, Eunice. But yeah, here's the market, guys. Market pushed up, and then look at that support level I drew earlier. It's following it pretty closely here. This one, I drew this one yesterday, actually. And it's still following that one pretty closely. I guess I'll leave that one up. Here's the previous closing price right here. I might actually make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Like the light blue line is where we closed yesterday on the spot. And so we're above that. We still have some room. I might trade off of that like I did yesterday. If you guys have anything else you want me to kind of look up the catalyst behind, let me know. What's Netflix doing? Netflix isn't doing too much here. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna go ahead and read one of the market updates for today. We'll see if we we get an interesting volatile day is all I really want to see today. I'm going to go ahead and read this one, and this is quoting from MT Newswires. It's called, this one's a new one that I don't think I've read, or no, yeah, this one's quoting from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. stock futures were cautiously higher Friday as traders anticipate another COVID-19 relief package from the Fed government, as well as the gradual reopening of the U.S. economy. Dow futures were up 0.6%, S&P futures were also up 0.6% as well, while NASDAQ futures were up 0.4%. The U.S. House of Reps approved Thursday a new coronavirus relief package totaling $484 billion, and U.S. President Trump is expected to sign the measure into law later in the session. Oil prices were slightly up, with global benchmark Brent crude up 1.6% and the U.S. West Texas Intermediate up 0.7%. Recently, and volatile trading on lingering concerns surrounding the massive slump in demand due to the pandemic. At 8:30 a.m., data is expected to show an 11.7% decline in new durable good orders for March, compared with the 1.2 gain in the previous month, according to Econoday. And that already happened 30 minutes ago. I'll have to look up those numbers in a minute as well. At 10 a.m., which is in an hour, forecasters see the final reading for the U.S. consumer sentiment at a consensus of 68 versus 71 in the preliminary reading. And in equities, shares of MDGS were 80% higher pre-ballots. The company signed a binding letter of intent with Poly Horizon for the joint marketing and commercialization of biological gel products for the protection of patients against the biological threats, including the COVID-19 virus, end quote. And that is again from MT Newswires. So we'll see what happens. They're talking about MDGS here. And yeah, MDGS is gapping up from 141 all the way to 244. So a huge move here. It's not quite up 100% yet. Yeah, 80% is about right. So yeah, this one's up nicely. We'll see what else we have today. Should be a fun day. That's all quoting from MT Newswires on Thinkorswim. I'm also looking at, like I said, the SPY. We'll see if we get an ETF preview out, but that's the news so far today. Oh yeah, let me look at those numbers that came out. I'm going to go ahead and read all of these releases, and these are all since about 8:30 market time. We have New York Fed received no bids 3-month repo operation. The U.S. non-deficit cap ex-air for March was 0.1% versus the expected minus 6% with a previous of minus 0.9%. U.S. durables ex-transport for March was minus 0.2% versus the expected minus 5.8%. We have Brazilian current account for March is 0.868 billion. We have Russian central bank governor said the central bank has sold U.S. $5.5 billion worth of Forex since March 10th. French courts did confirm the first ruling on Amazon ordering it to assess health precautions with staff representatives. The UK government has given notice that there will be a ministerial oral statement at 15:30 BST Monday, said to be an economic update according to labor whips. Belgian leading indicator for April is minus 36.1 versus the expected minus 21. The Russian Federation unemployment rate for March was 4.7% versus the expected 4.8% with previous 4.6%. So yeah, that's what we're getting, guys. We'll see what we get today overall. SPY is pushing up relatively decently this morning. You can see the SPY here. It had a big red after hours yesterday, but now we're up nicely because of it. What's up, guys? Alright, let me scroll up. I'm gonna have to catch up. How we doing? Good morning. What's up, Sean? What's up, Lester? Meso? Yeah, Meso is interesting. MESO. Man, Thinkorswim. If I press the wrong button, it automatically populates. There we go. Alright, so yeah, MESO up 100% or so. A little bit less, or a little bit over 100%. Looks like it's about 105% now. I work in Pasadena and live in Louisiana. Yeah, I'm from Louisiana originally. I'm from Baton Rouge. Go Tigers. Joe Burrow, number one pick. What's up, Douglas? Should we grab oil stocks? I don't know. It's tough to tell. What's up, Tiny? Seriously, I think now is a great time to upgrade jobs to take advantage of other people's lack of face time and maybe down productivity. Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, I think more people are going to be applying for jobs. You know, and I think that is understandable. I think not even because people get laid off, but like not even because people get laid off, but like I think people get laid off and people are instead checking out job links and stuff like that. And so I think it is what it is. I think that's what we're going to see a lot. But yeah, MESO up big. I looked up the catalyst earlier. Streamlabs. What? Because here's the thing, like I said, I've been looking at like small freelance React jobs on Indeed and stuff, and I don't even really need a job. It's just something I do to see if somebody, you know, really I'm mostly looking at like startups to see if they'll give me equity if I help them work on projects. It's mostly what I'm doing. That was for John. Come on. Check out Pac D. Grew up in St. Francisville. Nice. Look at my Streamlabs. I am the first for today. The first what? Streamlabs. You mean my subscriber list? Oh, my man, Flexsuki. My bad, bro. My bad, dude. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. Sorry, this is what he's trying to show me right here. But it's behind me. I don't know why I didn't hear it, man. Usually it gives me a notification. Shout out to my man Flexsuki for the $5 donation. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. My man Flex over there flexing on people, donating me $5. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Sorry, bro. I missed it. I don't know how I missed it, but I missed it, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what you were trying to show me. My bad, dude. I don't know where else to put the subscriber list. Like, I like having it, but I could put it up here. It's going to block the charts. You know, or I could put it down here. I could do it like this, I guess. Where I'm, like, in the middle instead of the complete side. And I guess that'll work. But then I kind of, like, get over here. I kind of feel like a weatherman. You can see Grow, gapping down. You know, Tesla. The fake Tesla all in this area. And then down here, I feel like a weatherman doing that, you know. But I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. But yeah, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. That's what you were trying to show me. There we go. We got Mitch in here. Let's get Rich and Mitch in here, guys.
Can I have some paper?
Hey, buddy. You want some paper?
3 p.m.
Yeah, we're not going to tell your mom, though. She's going to get mad if you take too much paper, so shh. What? 3 pieces. Look, here's like 10 pieces. Shh. No, here, take 10. My son and I are sneaking paper because my wife's been yelling at us because my son's making too many pictures. And so she's like, don't give him that much paper. And so I'm like sneaking paper to him, you know. Alright. I appreciate the sub, Callie. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, we make money, Flex. I appreciate that, bro. You know, but we make money, man, and I'm very blessed to have this channel, man. I really am. It's like I said, it's the best job in the world. It really is. I think if I had the choice of being like a video game streamer or like a stock trading streamer, I'd rather be a stock trading streamer, just because video games would get repetitive. Stock trading, you get something new every day. Video games, it's kind of the same. But somebody's asking me for the for what? What's up, Rhetorical? What's up, dude? Crime dudes. What? Oh, but yeah, Meso is up. Let's look at the catalyst again. I can't remember what this one was for MESO. There's the ETF preview, so we'll go over that in a second after MESO. Hey. So yeah, MESO is up after they had a high survival rate for the COVID-19 treatment they have. So yeah, so basically, MESO had, they have a treatment for patients with COVID-19 that have moderate to severe acute respiratory distress syndrome. And so what they had was 83% survival in ventilator-dependent COVID-19 patients with moderate to severe acute respiratory syndrome. They were treated with 2 infusions of mesoblasts, allogeneic cell therapy, remestements within the first 5 days under emergency compassionate use. 75% have effectively come off ventilator support. And wait, did I get Mitch in here? Oh no, I didn't. My bad, Mitch. I opened the thing. It just never. I opened it. It just never popped up. There it is. All right, Mitch, you're in here, bro. But yeah, so they had basically positive results in their trial for MESO, and it's up, looks like 110% roughly. So not too bad for MESO. We can look at the overall market now again. I might let Mitch go over a few things and then go over the overall market if Mitch is here. No, I can't trade in pre-market. I can if I use like Webull, but like on my platform I don't. And I honestly don't really like trading pre-market. I think the liquidity is lower. It's a little bit tougher to tell. Sure, it's going to work sometimes, but I think others it's going to end up hurting my trading, and it's just not my style. I don't know enough about it to really ever try to do it. You know what I mean? And so with that said, I don't trade pre-market much. I mostly trade, like you'll see me trade, like I don't trade the first 5 minutes of the bell either. I don't trade the first 5 minutes of the bell. You'll see me trade like after the first 5 minutes of the market open. That's when you'll see me really trade. What's up, Mitch? We got Mitchy Rich in here. Mitchy Rich.
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo. What's up, man? Good morning, bro. All right, let me get you set up here. All right, there we go. We got Mitchy Rich. Mitchy Rich. All right.
What's up?
What's up, dude? Alright, bro. What do we got? Hey, I appreciate the sub today. Callie. Like I said, guys, if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. We are not experts or gurus that are going to try to sell you a course. We just teach people what works for us for free, just being a free resource and community. That's all we do here. And so if you appreciate that transparency in what we do, we day trade live every single weekday. Hit the like and subscribe button. We got 45 likes in here. We've got 250 people plus. What's up, Alpine? What's up, dude? We got the legend Alpine in the chat. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Y'all go check out my man Alpine's channel. I don't know if he still has a channel. It used to let me click on a name and go to their channel, but now it doesn't. What's up, Mitch? You there, bro?
Yeah.
There he is. All right, you want to go over what your stuff, and then I'm going to go over the market news right before the bell?
No worries. All right, guys, let's talk about some stocks. If you guys have anything, you guys always put it up in the chat. It's always good to hear new people in the chat. Oh, Jeter in the house. What's up, man? You still hitting 200 balls before 12 noon?
Jeff Jeter?
That's Jeter, man. You didn't know?
I didn't, man. The man.
Number 2, Derek Jeter.
The man. What's up?
I'm not gonna lie though. That's the only Yankee I ever liked.
Burrow number one, man. You know.
The only Yankee I ever liked, man.
Mitch's team. The Dolphins got Tua. They got Tua. You know.
Eee.
Tua's good. Like Mitch and I were talking about it. Tua's good. He just got to stop getting injured, man. And like I said, the fact that he's gonna sit out for a year is super necessary.
Well, he doesn't have to worry too much. He can go head to Las Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. Let him do his thing, man. Let Tua do his thing.
LBS, guys, getting an actual good rating from JP Morgan. Jeff Graff upgraded Las Vegas Sands from neutral to overweight and set a 52 price target. So you got a price target raised for Las Vegas Sands. I actually paid attention to this earnings call. I don't listen to too many earnings calls, but I'm starting to kind of get deeper and deeper in understanding financials and just kind of trying to listen to companies as a whole and listen to their management and see kind of where the stock is heading to. So with Las Vegas Sands, I heard a lot about their talks, more international focused than here in the United States focused. A lot of people they forget that, you know, these kind of casino companies, they really make their money elsewhere. It's not really here in the United States that they make the majority of their revenue. So they're more worried about Asia, Macau, Japan, and stuff like that, where a lot of their money can come. So what we really want to do here is really just watch these casinos and see how strong they're going to hold up. They should start coming back into business. So we could have found the bottom, but I really think that they're going to struggle a little bit more. It's not just so let's just get back up to running. They wanted to act like that on the phone call, that pretty much no one's really been canceling, that supposedly everyone's just trying to change the date of their reservation to later. And I think this is just kind of their way of making their investors that were on the call feel a little less uncertain. But really, the uncertainty is definitely there for cancellations. I think at the end of the day, Vegas is going to be different for a little while. If you think about like 2011, when we had 9/11, it took a while for Vegas to bounce back. The way you can tell is if you actually went back on the charts, you could actually look at their time. They consolidated for some time there. And the reason they consolidated for some time there is they had good earnings look for future outlooks, but their current situation and current present moment was negative.
Dude, I'm telling you, now's the time they need to legalize online gambling. 100%. Now's the time, man. They need to go on out there and let us play poker online, man. Like, now's the time.
Yeah, I would say it would be a good time to push for, especially mobile gambling, like you're talking about, and sports.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody said DraftKings was IPOing today or something like that. DraftKings.
Yep. Yeah, DraftKings is IPOing today, but they're going to be struggling. I heard their ticker, but I couldn't pull it up.
Here, let me see. I think
KNG or something like that.
let me look. I think that it's obviously what the draft is right now.
Yeah, I got the
It is
Global News Wire.
It's
scheduled
My bad. Go ahead.
DKNGW.
No, I'm seeing DRAFT is DraftKings. DRAFT draft is the symbol. Let's see what's well, now I'm seeing a different one. Seeking Alpha says it's DRAFT draft, and then another one says it's DKNG.
It's DKNG.
Yeah, that's the recent one. Yeah, that's the newest one for sure.
That's the newest one, yeah. Right. But I can't even pull it up. My charting doesn't have it. Let's see if you can pull it up.
Yeah, I can put it up. Yeah, it already IPO'd. Wow. Okay, so it's up. Look at this. This is DraftKings, guys.
Yeah.
It IPO'd. It looked like this thing IPO'd.
Probably tradable too.
It IPO'd this morning in pre-market. So, yeah, it IPO'd. Probably, I don't know about it tradable or not. It's a cheaper, it looks like a low float stock. What's the float of this thing, if anybody knows? I'll check. But yeah, DraftKings is up.
Yeah, I'll put at least a news wire from them in the chat for you guys.
Yeah, it looks like I lost a little bit of money yesterday after commissions, which is okay. Nah, they're not tradable. Maybe they'll be later on, but lower volume right now. But yeah, they're up. This is the DraftKings stock. It's DKNG. It's currently at 1950. Yeah, I mean, I got you, Suki. I'll put Suki's link up. Like I said, I don't mind plugging Suki just because he didn't get spammy with it. Let me find it. I'll post it right now. Y'all go check out my man Flex Suki's channel. There he is. I'll post it. I got you. Yeah, here you go. Go check out Flex Suki's channel. There it is right there. Yeah, DraftKings IPO is up. Right, that's what I was saying, not the license. Why would you IPO when there's not any sports? I mean, the draft was recently. The draft was yesterday, right? So that's why they're doing it. I still think it's a bad time. I think they should have waited until we have actual sports going on because we don't know when sports are going to be back. And so, like, yeah, some people might be doing it for the actual draft itself, but I think that the reality is it's mostly used as a sports, like, kind of like to subtly bet on sports in a way. And I think for them to IPO when there's not really any sports going on was a bad move and an impatient move at that. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the draft going on right now is beneficial. But we'll see. They could allow you to bet on other things, yeah, for sure. But it's just kind of like I still think it's a bad time to do it. And I've used DraftKings a little bit. Like I've used it a little bit. I've won a little bit of money with my specifically. One thing I like about DraftKings is that they have MMA lineups, and so you can bet MMA as well. And what about all the states legalized it? When New York legalizes DraftKings, that would be huge. Oh, no, you're good. This isn't spam. You're just talking about it. Okay, I think they applied for the IPO months ago and finally went through. Yeah, and that's okay. It's just rough timing for it, in my opinion, but it's cool. Alright, I'm gonna go But yeah, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over the overall market news here. Let's see what we got. Bought some shares of DraftKings already for the long run. Great price at the moment. Could easily drop if sports aren't back by summer. The revenue they've made in 2 years is incredible. Yeah, DraftKings is fun. I've used them a few times. But yeah, they let you bet on MMA, which is cool too. But yeah, so the overall ETF preview is out. We got about 6 minutes into the belt.
Yeah, I don't even know how DraftKings is even legal.
It's I'll say this, man. It's a very slippery slope, which is why I'm a little bit skeptical of hey buddy. Oh, you made me that?
No, I just.
Wow, that is so good, bud. You want to see this? Look at my son just brought me. Look at this. Bob Ross, the man. Bob Ross. But yeah, it's a slippery slope, Mitch, because it's like they're legal technically, but it's kind of a loophole, man. And so the question is, how long are they going to stay like that? I hope they do succeed, because I think if they succeed, they're going to ultimately pave the way for the rest of the sports, gambling to be legalized, which I think is it's eventually going to happen. It's just about when.
All right, guys. So, I always like to give you the news that most people don't know. Here's one for you guys. The House right now is trying to pass a bill. Democrats on the House. We got Earl from Oregon and Ed from Colorado. My boys are trying to push a bill to participate in the disaster relief aid program. So pretty much trying to get cannabis included in the small business kind of loans. If they do that, I can tell you right now, these cannabis ones will shoot up. The biggest thing about these cannabis companies is that they can't have access to federally loaned debt. And the real key is that at the end of the day, it's still Schedule 1 federally. So that's going to be a big thing. It hasn't passed. Right now, it's just a rumor. They're trying to make it pass. And I think, this is definitely going to bring some attention to these stocks today. So if you see them rip out, that would be a perfect kind of catalyst for them to be ripping out today. So I'll keep an eye on CGC, TLRY, and another one that's been getting huge volume, APHA, guys. Reason why APHA is important is because they've actually released great earnings. Really good earnings in this company, and I think they're coming back. So keep an eye on them, APHA and CGC, TLRY.
Should be fun. It's been a while since I traded them, man. Their volume dried up a little bit, but the last few days we've seen a little bit better movement in them, so it should be interesting as well.
Another one, of course, I know was on Kramer yesterday, getting pushed. So you could definitely see this one up today. I would look for maybe a red to green move, but this one definitely, I'm a bull in this one just because it's doing clinical trials. It's already on human trials. And if this one does get the coronavirus kind of positive data, this could easily get up there to the 20s and could be a completely different stock if they're able to actually go ahead and make this happen. With Gilead getting bad news today and this one on Kramer yesterday, I really watch for this one to be kind of a rocket today. The Gilead news, I don't know if you talked about it. It was kind of bad kind of reporting of data from China. So I wouldn't really trust it too much because it's from China, but we'll go ahead and see what happens with Gilead and the coronavirus vaccines.
Sure. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. It looks interesting too. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Roger. Alright guys, we got 1 minute to the bell. I'm going to quickly go over the ETF preview really quick here for the overall market itself here. Here's the SPY. We're at 280.78, and it says here, quote, and this is from MT Newswires. It says, quote, stock futures were pointing to a higher open following news that the U.S. House of Reps approved another $484 billion in financial aid targeted at small businesses and hospitals. U.S. President Trump is expected to sign the measure into law later in the session. And in economic data news, new durable good orders for March fell 14.4% versus economy expectations for an 11.7% decline. The previous month's gain was revised to 1.1%, initially reported 1.2% gain. To look into commodities real quick, we have crude is up roughly 4%. The U.S. oil fund is up 2.3%. Natural gas is down 1.8%, and the U.S. natural gas fund is down 0.2%. Gold is up 0.4%. Or 0.6%, with the Spider Gold Trust down 0.3%. Silver's up 0.7%, and the iShares Silver Trust is up 0.4%. Here's the bell, guys. Good luck. Let's do this.
Alright guys, gonna be looking to see if I can get a drop in AMD. Support underneath it, technology kind of struggling right now.
Yeah, let me get my charts up real quick.
Let's see if the internet holds today.
Yeah, man, I plugged my my Ethernet cord in, just so my internet will be all right too. I struggled a little bit with my internet yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So popping the SPY here. SPY's pushing up to 281.08 for the overall market. So SPY's up a little bit. So we got, guys. MU popped up, AMD popped up, SPY. We're going to watch this 280 level, this 280.75 level. I think that's a pretty big level. The low of the day is at 280.70, so we'll see if we break that or not. That should kind of coincide with that level as well. And I might short into some of these moves if the SPY breaks this low here, but we did get a bounce. The next levels I'm looking at for the market are this 281 level. This 281.12 level. I'm looking at this 280 level that might be breaking here as well. And like I said, I might short into MU for a quick little 200 share position if we get this break. Because if it breaks, MU is going to be breaking under the previous closing price, which looks favorable here. So I'm actually watching the SPY a little bit more, but AMD, as I said, that is creeping down to test lows as well here. Maybe AMD will be a little bit favorable. The problem is the range. There's the break. We tested that low. We need a firm break here. There's the break. I'm in short with 200 shares of MU here. Very small position for the most part. We're just going to see if we get a nice little breakdown with the market's drop as well. Like I said, small share size. And we just need to drop down to 43.50 is the profit target if we can get it. So we got a big drop. I'm using this previous close level in MU now, but I'm not really loving how this one's moving anymore. I'll let it test the previous close. I'm going to get out there. $27 loss. I just didn't like how it was moving, and maybe I got a little overzealous with it. But, it's alright, we'll find my groove eventually. AMD doesn't look bad for a fade. What I was looking at was the previous closing price, but I think I got a little bit too impatient with this one as well, baby. But we'll figure out what else we got. I need to change the song. All this weird talking. I was listening to the song. I don't mind the beat when it's not talking, but when it's talking, that beat's just too weird.
Alright, Snap finding a support at 1587.
Alright, I'm going to get back in MU with 100 shares this time, a smaller position. And maybe add if I'm already in the profit here, anticipating a drop. Alright, I just jumped in with 300 shares, a little bit more. I'm going to take half off there. And then I'm going to hold this last little 100 shares to see if we get a nice breakdown. Like I said, the profit target would have been 43.50, and that's kind of what we got. But, I also can consider adding to this one if we get a little bounce up on AMD.
Alright guys, small entry here in Snap, risking off the bottom, which is 80 here. I'm in at 88.
AMD dropping big. I might short into this move, see if we can get a little bit more on a test down to the 43.50 level. So I'm in with 150 shares, a little bit smaller, and this will just give me enough so I can kind of scale out of it if I really want to.
Risking about 20 bucks here, guys. 10 cents.
Here we go. It's 54s. If we get 53s, I'm going to take profits. Kind of close to the lows, but we'll let it work. 53s. I'm going to take half off there at the 53 level. Only holding 75 shares left, and that has effectively helped me rebound almost fully from the day. And I'll hold this last little bit. There's the break under the $50. I'm going to take the rest off there. So not a bad little rebounding trade after a quick $30 loss. I'll put Mitch back. I'll put Mitch up. Put your window up, brother.
I got you. FLIR, guys. FLIR potential to find a VWAP bounce in that one. I'm sharing up now.
Okay.
Here you go, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good. Alright. We're down to 35s in MU. Maybe I should have taken it. That's alright. Still made about 30 bucks from that specific trade. So break even on the day so far, up 4 bucks. Another day, another AMD trade. Yeah, that's right, man. Or MU. MU, I've been trading MU a little bit more, man. I'm kind of been cheating on AMD with MU lately. Hey, nice beginner trade. I was gonna say nice beginner trading. Nice, Isaac. Congrats, bro. Yeah, man. Like I said, that little momentum that we got at the Open was really nice for AMD and MU. So happy you made some money with it, brother.
All right, guys. If this one can get up to VWAP, if we might get a nice little squeeze here. Trying to do the red to green move, so let's see what we get here.
Yeah, and I might slowly scale into. I'm gonna add 100 shares of AMD here. Just trying to see if it gets rejected at the $50 and I can make a quick gain. I'm in with 200 now. We're gonna just see if we get rejected at the $50, which is ideal. And listen, my P&L is at a point now where I can let this one work a little bit and see if it kind of battles. I think the big resistance here for MU is at 43.60 or so, 43.65 maybe. And so I don't have any problem with letting this kind of test, I guess is the best word for it.
All right, just saw some volume jump in here and Snap. I'm gonna try this. There you go, guys. It's back to VWAP right there. Let's see if we can get back above VWAP and hold this bottom now. There you go, up there to 96s, guys. As this breaks 16, we'll go ahead and we'll sell 100. Just trying to break 16 right now. Not getting able to break that 16. Wanted to hold these 90s.
we go. Took a little bit off of, I'm riding AMD down here. I took most of my shares off. Holding 100 shares left, up about 30 on the day.
I'm gonna have to get out right here. I'm out. I got a stop order. Hold on.
Trying to let MU break these lows here. Is it? My charts are frozen again, man. Aggravating, because I can't see the chart action. Thinkorswim, and this one's not my internet. This is actually just Thinkorswim, guys. I'm sorry. Stream's working. Okay. I'm frustrated because it's like I was up 30 bucks, and it's like I can't see the chart, so I just froze watching it. I had to look at the level 2 to see what's actually going on with AMD because it just decided to freeze. If I could see the chart, I would be a lot happier here.
82s are about to get me out if I get out and snap.
Is anybody else having issues with Thinkorswim? Mine's completely frozen here. I'll hold this break even, but let me switch the symbol. Yeah, I'm frozen again on AMD. I wish I could see the chart here. The SPY's moving down, which is good. I'm just gonna hold still, but
Trying to let this get back above 90s. If it can get back above 90, we can add another 200 and then leave the rest break even.
there we go. Finally getting a breakdown here. I would love to see MU. There we go. We're finally back here. My charts are finally. Oh no, they're not. Man, Thinkorswim slacking lately. All right, looks like we're finally back. Market testing lows. I'm gonna add 50 more shares to MU in anticipation of this break at the lows here, and then I'm going to scale out of 75 once we get another $15 in wins, anticipating the market breaks lows and that subsequently drags MU down with it is my plan here. Maybe it's going to hurt me adding more to a position, but here's the market. That looks weak. That looks good for it.
Huge fade in MGM, man. Should have kept my eye on that one. Nice little fade there. Really small risk there. You could have got a 5-cent risk there. Got a nice 20-cent, 30-cent move down. I'm gonna keep an eye on maybe LVS. FLIR looks good for a VWAP bounce, but I'm gonna wait for that one to break 39.50s first. LVS maybe for a potential fade. It's gone down a significant amount, probably about 70 cents.
SPY is popping off here. I'm going to get out the rest of this position. I'm up $16 in the day. I'll see what the SPY does, and I don't mind shorting back into this one if I need to. SPY faked me out. I'm going to jump back in this 200 shares. SPY looks like it's going to break the low of the day here. And there it is. There's
guys,
the break.
I'm trying to add to my position here and snap. Trying to add to my position and snap.
There's a big break in the SPY itself. There we go.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned with the SPY coming down like that about this long here, so I'm holding it break even for the rest.
add a little bit more into MU here, anticipating that the SPY rejects off of that previous low of the day. So I'm in with 400 shares here. There we go. I'm going to take half off there, and I'm going to hold this 200 shares to see if we get a larger breakdown under the low of the day here at 43.33 roughly is what I want to see the break to happen. I don't mind taking another half off here actually, and then just hold this 100 shares to see if we actually get that break or not.
Remember, guys, 87 will get me out, guys. I have a stop placed at 87. I'm looking for this to get back above 90s here.
I got out the rest there. I'm up 26 bucks on the day. Let me put Mitch back up now.
I'm out. $6 loss.
Kept it small.
I mean, I gave it a chance. It got up there to 95s. I maybe could have taken 5 cents, but that's not what we take. That's not what we trade for, right. Especially when your risk is that same amount. You can only stick to the trades and just stick to the levels there. I think it can go above 16, but with the SPY holding so much, it just held me there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to try to trade a little bit more on MU here. I like the range here, and I think the SPY is going to reject right here. So I'm in with 200 shares. If the SPY rejects off of that previous low of the day, then I'll be able to take profits really quick into this one. And if it's a loss, you know, I'm kind of just trading a little bit small share size here. But I want to see a rejection at that previous low for the SPY is what I'm anticipating. But I'm in MU short with 200 shares.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm deciding whichever way Snap leads, I might jump into and try to scalp the momentum just because we've been getting such consolidation here. Another one you can look at, guys, is PINS. It runs very similar to Snap. It actually was very down yesterday.
So I added 200 shares to this one, and the reason I added is you can see that quick downturn in that test of the low of the day in the SPY itself. So I'm in with 400 shares of MU, and we're looking for a $0.50 breakdown down to like 45. I'll take some profit. 46 maybe. Yeah, there we go. That's enough. All right, I'm going to take half off there. Going to hold this last 200 shares, take another half off there. Gonna hold the last 100 shares to see if we get a nice breakdown. Beautiful little double top rejection there. But there's 41s, 40s.
There's the momentum rejecting and Snap. Kind of glad I cut it there. It's a smart move there. Just too much in between this. Not enough momentum in one direction.
Alright, so I got out of MU there the last 100 shares. I'm up 50 bucks on the day. I gotta run to the restroom, so I'm gonna let Mitch hold it down, but I'll be back, guys. But yeah, $50 day, not too shabby here. Here's my P&L so far. Only traded MU, but we might actually get the low break on AMD, but let me put Mitch up. I'll be right back, guys.
So let me show you guys why I traded Snap. I saw this 15-minute hold here. Right below that at the 70s and the 87s, and that's where I got in right there at 88. I was seeing this hold, was thinking it was coming back to 1620s, but as you can see, it's heading down towards the support and breaking that 82s. So it could just break down and head down to the other support, which would be down towards the 50s. All right, SPY heading down there, guys. I'm gonna look at the VIX to see the VIX popping. There you go, VIX popping there. All right, we'll look for a big pullback in the VIX to 43.39, something like that. Look for a big pullback here. LVS heading down there. All right, let's find the down stocks, guys. Let's run through some sector analysis here. All right, so leading the sectors is going to be energy. Down is utilities. Utilities are the ones that I'm going to look at. This is the oils. Look at Gush. Gush heading down there. Let's try to maybe trade the opposite, drip. The opposite is drip. And you're getting a resistance try here. It should pull back here a significant amount. I'm going to look for a big pullback towards this kind of 925 area. We'll see if we get this pullback or if it just rips through the 55s here. Let's drip. Looking for a big pullback towards this level here. We'll see if we can get it. Looks like oil is definitely moving today. Moving on the downside. Work cracking there, guys. I'll look for this one to fade. If it can come back here, we'll definitely take it. What else is fading, guys? A lot of things are dropping here. Just need to find the right stock to trade.
All right, guys. I am back. The SPY itself is bouncing at that previous closing price. So the previous closing price on the SPY is at 279, roughly 279.10, and that's roughly where we're bouncing now. And so it's an interesting level to see if the market is going to hold there, or if it bounces and breaks underneath it, or what it's going to do. So let's keep an eye on that. So MU's testing these lows here. We'll see what we can get. Hey, I appreciate the sub. But yeah, we'll see what we get these low breaks. I've been kind of trading with like a fade style scalping strategy. So like when stocks have been pulling back to the VWAPs, I've been shorting into them, and I don't mind AMD here. If we look at AMD, it's kind of bouncing with the market, but it kind of looks like what we call a fake out fade, and you could essentially just risk off of this 95 level 10 cents higher than the VWAP and scalp into this move, anticipating a rejection down here, if this makes sense.
Airlines down about 2%, guys. The one leading in the airlines is that Brazilian Airlines getting hit hard, AZUL. That one's getting hit hard, guys. LUV cracked that 30 support, guys, and it's heading down big.
Yeah, Jonathan, I mean, your other options, brother, are pretty slim, man, you know. Big bounce in the SPY itself, right around that previous closing price. Like I said, you guys can look at this previous close and see, look at the bounce. You can see how much the market actually and stocks respect previous closing prices. You can see the light blue line is the previous close, and you can look at that's exactly where the SPY bounced there. So super legitimate level to trade off of. But now we're getting a pullback to the VWAP in the market, so we'll see if it holds or what happens here. We got 83 likes in here. Hit that like button, guys. Let's bring that number up to over 100. We got 370 people here.
Pinterest breaking out.
There's AMD ripping up here, so AMD's been one that's showing me I haven't been able to trade it super well lately. Glad I didn't take anything on it, but it is ripping up. I'm also going to look at Nvidia here. It's actually below the previous closing price. It just depends on what we think the market is going to do on this bounce. If we think the market's going to reject, like right here, we could short into a few moves, but I'm going to wait, I think, until we get some easier momentum to read. What's up, team? I appreciate the likes, guys. And like I said, hit that subscribe button. There's the 100 likes that we wanted. Yeah, there's the market rejecting, too. MU is pushing towards those lows. If I short into it, I'm going to take 100 shares or so. See if we get a low at the day break. I'm going to get in with the 100 shares here. See, man, I think I'm being a little impatient with this one, actually, though. I'm in with the 100 shares of MU. I think we might actually bounce here. It depends on what the market's going to do, but I just don't like... I think I just got impatient here with MU. Maybe it'll break lows, but maybe it won't, and I'm going to get out as soon as I have any reasonable profit, just in case it does. I mean, we got the break. I mean, it worked. It's still a little bit too risky of a trade by my...
Hey guys, I just wanted to put it out there. It's not tradable for me, but you guys could keep an eye on it. Meso, M-E-S-O, completely going lunatic today. Already has 2 halts.
Damn.
PSTI also on the move. Big moves.
Alright, so the SPY's dropping, helping me with my MU trade, and at this point my entry is solid enough for me to be pretty comfortable with it. Like I said, I'm going to keep this one a one and done. It's not big enough sizing to really want any more from it. We'll see if it can drop down to 43 for MU. And at this point, I could probably just hold the rest break even if I wanted to.
Penny stock on the move. LEDS.
SPY dropping. I might add another 100 here now that we're under a big support level. And with 200 shares now, see if we can get down to the whole dollar of 43. Nice drop in the SPY, breaking under that previous closing price. That should show a lot of weakness here, which is why I added into this. We'll see what we get from it, but honestly, I don't want to see a bounce here. I'm anticipating that this resistance holds at 43.16, but maybe adding there was the bad move, but it's alright. Still break even. We're bouncing at that low of the day again, but I'm gonna hold it through this. I think I just got a little bit too greedy with this last little bit here. It's alright. Let's see if this level holds. Get out there. Too big of a bounce. Took away a lot of the profit I had today, but SPY bouncing at that double bottom there. We'll see what else we can find. We'll still get some good opportunities, still early. I'm not hating Netflix or Nvidia here. The one I don't like on the day is AMD. SPY just faked me out there. Like always though, I don't mind jumping right back in it if it looks good. Like if we have a nice level to trade off of, I don't mind jumping back in it. And with 200 shares here, gonna try to catch it, ride the fake out up. Nice little rejection there. Just by squeezing towards these lows. And maybe into a break I'll add a little bit more, but we'll see. Alright, SPY just broke under the low of the day. I'm going to add another 200 to this and see if we get a nice drop down to the whole dollar under the low of the day in MU. So I'm in with 400 shares. Like I said, ideally I'd like to see this drop down to 43. SPY broke under the previous closing price, so that should get very weak here and drag this one down. So I'm going to hold this to see if we get a low of the day test. go. I'm going to take half off there. Still holding 200 shares. See if we get a test of the whole dollar of 43. Because what we're getting now is we're going to get a test of the previous closing price in the SPY, and so I don't mind holding this and letting it work. I might even add if I think the SPY is going to bounce back down off of that previous close. You know, so like add right back into this one and see if it rejects there. But now the SPY is again bouncing right at that previous closing price and squeezing me out big. Frustrating. SPY is essentially battling that previous closing price, and so I'm waiting for some type of confirmation in this before I jump out or add to this. We'll see.
All right, guys, I'm looking at a stock that I personally think is going to really struggle during these times. I just needed to bounce back to VWAP, and I'll definitely get big short on it. That's SeaWorld. That's SEAS. Get back above 12s. I'll definitely start looking to short that one.
I'm going to get out here. I see too much strength in the market. The market just did not want to break that previous closing price. It actually looked really weak there, but too much bouncing. Still green, but slightly now. And we'll see what else we can find. Like I said, I'll try to get in my rhythm.
Snap still getting hit hard.
SPY is kind of sideways right now.
Yeah, I'm not finding really anything I want to trade.
Yeah, SPY keeps kind of bouncing at previous lows, bouncing back up. I'm in like a little position here in MU with 300 shares. I'll put myself up. Trying to see what I want to do with this, if I want to sell 200 or 300, but I think I'm getting too impatient with it. So let me crack these lows. What's the SPY doing? Back down here.
Might try a reversal trade in Facebook.
SPY big rejection there. I think that should drag AMD down. It just depends on if it actually breaks the previous close or not. It's just consolidating so much. I think people are starting to get a little bullish with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get out there. Down 11 on the day. Just kind of SPY this last, I don't know, 20 minutes. It just kind of chopped me out. Saved a bunch of money by getting out where I just did though, because we popped right back up there. I think I've been a little greedy today, honestly. I've been up really nice, and then I think I've just forced too much. I refuse to take profits as fast as I usually do is my issue today, I think. It's alright though. I have no idea. What's up, Han? What's up, brother?
All right, little starter there. Little starter there in LVS, guys. LVS. I'll also look for maybe a potential snap coming back through VWAP as it's starting to surge.
Yeah, I got you up now.
Yeah, I like snap also. I'll put snap if you want on the left-hand side for you guys. Still do like snap, but this reversal was in play, so I went for it. You're seeing how snap's starting to get that strong 5-minute, now up there to the 80s. Good risk underneath it at 70. Good 10-cent risk. I think it could get through the 16s, so that's a 20 or 25-cent gain. So you're looking at a 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 here on snap. I do like it, but I'm going to focus on this LVS trade. Got it in right here. Just need to see it hold the bottom, the low of the day once, and then I can go ahead and size in with 100 shares. It's 53s on the downside, guys. Get on that candle. There you go.
I think the swim's frozen again.
Yeah, this internet life has definitely started to struggle.
Yeah, for sure.
They were doing better in the earlier part of the month. Now they're really starting to struggle. Hey guys, just to mention, EMPH is down about 4% today, guys. That's one of my biggest down stocks. One of my biggest up stocks is actually Grubhub, is up 4.1%. And Snap getting a little juice. Stock struggling still here.
Yeah, market's pulling down to test the previous closing price. We'll see what happens here. It's been bouncing there pretty much non-stop all day though. So we'll see if it bounces there, if it breaks, or what happens here.
All right, guys, one more minute for my 5-minute candle to close, and then I can probably start seeing a reversal. Move through the 45 is potential here. 75 cents potential. Right now we're only risking 23 cents. One that's showing weakness, has a big time support underneath it, is at 1050. You have LB brands. If that breaks 1050, you have a pretty significant next Next move down to 1025. All right, guys, we're going to try my 53s. If it breaks 53s, we'll hold to 50. But underneath 50s, we can get out. Let it try it here to break the 50s. If it doesn't, then we'll go ahead and add 100 shares. All right, I like that move there. Look for a pullback underneath your entry, at least 73s. I'm looking for 70.
Choppy day.
It hit 70, but it didn't let me add there. So I'm looking to add here in this. I hit 70 on the bid, not the ask. That's what I mean. So I wasn't able to jump in there. Looking for a better entry here. All right, right there. It took a little bit more, guys. Now we got to hold to 53s our low.
All right, so the market's been in this range between 270 or 280 and 279 for like the last, let's see, 35 minutes or so. So we're gonna wait for a range break of this, see what we find.
All right, guys, we're testing my levels here. Need this to come back around. If not, it's going to crack my number and just get me right back out. All right, now that that's held, now it's okay to add as long as we're in a better position or we break this resistance, which is 83s, guys. See how we're starting to get this bottoming effect? This is what I always look for. So the hourly will show what? Support coming back to VWAP. Then the 15-minute should show what? A bottoming, a double bottom. The 5-minute, we're getting a triple bottom here. So at least we know that our risk and reward is actually making sense on multiple time frames. And that's when really reversals have a tendency of working. You know, who's to say if this one's going to work? But that's not when we take trades. We take them based off the charts. And the charts all agree with it. So that's when you take it. The SPY went up there, past VWAP, and then pulled right back. Let's see if it can get back above VWAP. 280s. 280s is pushing up. That's the upside move there.
It's showing my VWAP's at 279.86 or so.
Yeah, I'm just looking more at the whole number. Not even the VWAP. Just looking at just more of the whole number of 280.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think this range has got to break. We got that 280 top and that 279 bottom. I'm waiting for something to break on the SPY, but last I don't know, 30 minutes we've been sideways.
Yeah, we might break even my lows and then stop out, but that's what you got to do here. With reversals, you just want to lose small when you lose and then set yourself up. A lot of the times you're going to be in what I call more of a waiting game, and you need to just stick to your levels. Understand where your ads need to be, where your complete out is, and then stick to them. One of the ways I've been doing it is I don't normally put stops, but I've been doing them as of recent just to make sure that I hold to my levels, especially with reversals. You can get yourself in a world of hurt if you don't respect it. So one of the things I've been doing is just putting a stop a little bit below where I would hold it to, like right here. And then if it wicks me out, so be it. I need to hold towards my levels and respect them. And reversals should happen immediately and give you that pushback.
I'm in MU on this low of the day break. We'll see if we get a move down to the whole $1.43. I've been talking about that level all day, but we need an actual move, and we might actually bounce here, so we'll see. I got a good enough entry to be somewhat okay from it. There's 9s, and like if we get a pop up to the resistance, I could add 2. Like a pop up to this 16 level, and then I could use a risk level of like 23 maybe. I think it's gonna depend on what the SPY does though. There's the pop up there. I'm gonna add 200 shears here, get in with 400 shears, and then I'm gonna hold this up to like 23, I think.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to take a little break. I'm gonna go. I have an Amazon order here, so I'll be right back.
Later, bro. And you guys have seen me, I've tried to kind of scale up my sizing some to where I'm getting more comfortable taking 400 shear positions. That's ideally what I'm trying to do, and like I said, I kind of explained my logic here, that this is where I'm looking for it to reject, which we did kind of get a rejection there, which looks good. Now if we get down, like I said, ideally I'd like to see the whole $1.43 test, if we can. There's 08s. And one thing that we're going to get is that if the market really starts breaking down, this should help this position. And if we bounce, I can keep it pretty tight as well. It's all pretty small time here and where I feel comfortable enough trading. But again, a lot of it's going to depend on what the market shows us, like the SPY itself. SPY bounces, you see this one bouncing here. I like that resistance level that I drew right there though. We're getting pretty close to exiting out, and I don't like all that downward momentum pressure. There's 14s again, not too bad. Yeah, so that level's holding nicely. Again, the SPY's pushing up, which makes me less confident in this, but we're breaking even in it, so like I said, ideally I'd like to see this here, which we might or might not get. And again, if the market breaks down like it's kind of doing now, this is going to drag down too. Like a great scenario would be if like the SPY started to crack down and break lows of the day, and that should drag MU down enough to break these lows down here as well. And if not, it's okay too, but that's what we're kind of looking for. I think the risk reward is good relative to everything, and that we're getting some confirmations at these levels. One more bounce to test. Nice little rejection there, but we're testing. Getting a squeeze up, market squeezing up. I'm just gonna exit there, keep it small. Like I said, I was looking for this level to hold. We never quite got it enough for me to take profits, and what we did get is the SPY ripping up here. So glad I got out there. Looks like I saved a little bit of money. But as I said, I'm trying to scale up a little bit bigger in sizing to hit that $5,000 profit limit in this account, which is what I'm really trying to do. I've got 2 months to hit it, and we'll see what we get. Look at the SPY though. The SPY's actually breaking the VWAP here. What's up, guys? Who needs a question answered? Sorry, I'm just now looking at it. Slightly delayed. Any trade ideas stream is going to be delayed slightly. no matter who's doing it. What's my daily P&L? I'm down like 60 bucks right now, small. Yeah, who's complaining? Yeah, we answer questions. Pedro, what's up, dude? Glasses are cute. Thank you. With respect to Carol. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's up, guys? Alright, sorry. Yeah, it took me a little while to catch back up on the chat. Yeah, like I said, you guys see me kind of consolidating back and forth now. I'm looking at the SPY to see what it's going to do here. No really big momentum plays. I'll tell you this, one stock I definitely don't want to trade right now is AMD. That one's super sketchy for me right now. And at this point, I'm going to delete. Maddie, Jack, what was that? What was that? Oh, he knocked over the Legos. Man. He knocked over the Lego box. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I thought my son, like, hurt himself. I heard a loud bang. And apparently he just fell over a box of Legos. It happens. I'm going to jump back in with 200 shares of... oh, no, I didn't get in yet. I'm going to jump back in with 200 shares of MU. We are getting kind of a fade off of the VWAP here for the SPY itself. Honestly, weird. We've been talking about DraftKings all day, and I just got an email from DraftKings talking about their recent IPO. Well, what's the symbol for DraftKings? I'm gonna have to get out of AMD here, or MU. I think I'm just being too impatient today, guys. Down 80 bucks on the day. Yesterday I did lose, if I'm being honest. Yesterday I was down after commissions, which is okay. I was down like 60 bucks after commissions. But I think the last 2 days, guys, I think the last 2 days I've just been a little bit less patient, I think is the issue. And that's okay. Like I said, every week is not, you're not always going to be perfect. I've had a really successful, I don't know, 6 months here. And so I'm not always going to be perfect. Sometimes I'm going to lose. And I think if you guys watch, do you guys have a specific setup for your VWAP? Yeah, we have, yeah, check out this website. We've got a lot of good classes and strategy breakdowns. We're not experts though, and so this is just how we trade them, but check out this link. It's our website link. We've got like strategy breakdowns, reviews, platform reviews, all that cool stuff there, so check that out. There's the link in the chat for it. DraftKings DKNG. Thank you. No, I've never seen that one. Han. My son might like that though. Hey Carol, we should get Jack to watch Lego Masters. It's like a TV show. I bet you he would like that, where they build all this crazy Lego stuff. I bet he would like that. We should put it on for him. Honestly, I hate Legos. They're too meticulous for me. But yeah, here's DraftKings. They're actually down some. I don't think they're tradable for me though. No, they're not tradable yet. But like I said, guys, the reason I've been taking bigger size and you'll see me trade larger is because you know, I have to hit $5,000 in profit within the next 2 months, and I'm at like 3,000 now. So I've got to hit 2K in profit. I've got to make $2 grand in the next 2 months, and so you'll see me start taking some bigger swings and bigger positions. I like this move here actually in MU, and I'm gonna short into this. But yeah, you'll see me start trading a little bit longer and a little bit bigger here, trying to make that 2K in profit in the next few months. And so we'll see if I can do it. I should be able to, I think. But I'm gonna have to scale up a little bit more, guys. And so again, you're gonna see me start to scale up in sizing. noticeably more in order to try to hit that goal. Because I have had this account for almost a year. It's been 10 months. And so I need to hit that 5K minimum within the next 2 months. And honestly, I could probably chalk the trade net and see if they'll extend it, but I'm going to try to hit it. Yeah, my win streak has been 3 weeks. It's been a 3-week win streak. Roughly a 3-week win streak. But again, like I said, yesterday I wasn't actually green. As much as I hate to say it, yesterday I wasn't actually green. Unfortunately. And that's okay. I'm going to take half off here, guys. And that's okay. Like I said, yesterday, in gross profits I ended up, but in net I ended down, unfortunately, yesterday. And like I said, that's okay. You know, it was a good run. It was like a 3-week run. And like I said, if you watch the stream every day and you look at my P&L, you'll see I actually was green for 3 weeks. Can't fake it because I streamed it all live. And you can just look at my P&L and see if I'm actually telling the truth or not with that. But it was a fun run, and it was roughly a 3-week green streak, which was my longest by far. And again, it was mostly due to these scalping strategies that I've been using. There's 15s, 14s. I'm going to take the rest off. Actually, let me take 75 off here. And then I'm going to hold the last 75 a little bit longer term with this one on MU. But it was a great green streak. I'm definitely happy with it. But, yeah, well, with Legos, I can't make money, you know. But yeah, it was a fun streak, but again, if I'm being honest, I mean, I'm still up every day in gross profits, but in net, the green streak is over for sure. Beautiful breakdown. This is what I wanted. Just got faked out a few times until I finally caught this one. Nice. 4s. See if we'll break this low of the day here now. I don't want to get too greedy with this though, guys. I really don't. I'm going to take out the rest off there. So not bad. 40 bucks from that trade. If we bounce up here on MU, like if we bounce up to this 16 level, I'll short back into it. No, it's not that I'm in debt. I have to pay. It's not that I'm in debt. It's that when you buy these TradeNet and TEFS packages, you have to make a certain amount within a year, right? Which is a reasonable amount of time to make it. I'm just a big wimp with it. And so with my huge package, like this is the largest package you can get, I think. You know, I had to make 5,000 bucks in it within a year, but it's plenty of room. I mean, I get 240K in buying power. They give me a $12,000 max loss. And, you know, it's an $8,000 account. And so making $5,000 in the first year is very reasonable, I think. I just think I'm a big wimp, and I gotta scale it up a little bit if I'm going to hit that. I'm going to jump in with 200 shares here. But yeah, that's what it is. And with the intro package, for instance, like with their base package, it's a lot less. Like, you don't have to make 5K with the base package. But since I have a big package, that's why I have to make that much. But yeah, guys, like I said, with that said, if you want to use the same platform as us, you can see I can actively day trade once I'm approved. Their base package is $3.99, and with that, you get 14,000. I'm going to add another 200 shares here, scaling into this high, into 16, like I said before. But basically, for $3.99, once you're approved, it comes with a course, a demo account to trade with, access to their chat room, and then once you're approved, you get a $14,000 funded account that you can day trade and short stocks with no PDT rule on, and it's a legit platform, pretty cheap commissions, and just a lot of cool stuff. And I think these packages are super beneficial for new traders. They allow them to actively day trade the market for cheap, where you're not risking a ton. I think the biggest problem new traders face is that they have to risk thousands of dollars as a brand new trader, and a large majority of new traders end up losing their first few accounts. And so if you make somebody have their first few account being an extremely expensive account, you're basically ensuring that a new trader loses thousands from the beginning. Where with the TradeNet package, you can risk $3.99, $400, get a huge account to trade with no PDT rule, and you can actually short, and you're only risking that $300, that $400. And I think that makes a ton of sense for new traders. And it's a really easy way to get started where you're not risking much money at all. And so if you want to check that out, here's the link for that. Great way to help support our channel. And we do make a commission if you sign up through us. But again, it's a great way to help support us. And you can check out the link in the chat right there. Alright, so this one hasn't looked too bad so far for MU. Shorting into that kind of pop up there to that previous high. We'll see if this holds. And we'll see if it drops down for me. There's 8s. But I like this trade so far. We're going to see if we can get like 5s. I'm going to take half off there. Beautiful breakdown right when I took profits. The next step, like I said, is 43 is the ideal next step for this one. I've already taken profits, so I'm not going to lose much if I do lose. And I'm just going to keep this 16 level as my risk like I had before. Oh, okay, so nice. So with the intro, there's no profit target. Nice, man. Okay, cool. Alright, we're getting a squeeze up. I'm trying to make sure I don't get faked out with this squeeze, so my hand's over the cover button. But I honestly don't like the squeeze at all, and I'm about break even right now. I could add to this one again, but I don't like the squeeze. I'm out. Lost a little bit there. This huge squeeze was just kind of worst case scenario. And what it is the market putting in a huge down wick. Yeah, man. What's up, Daniel? What's up, dude? I'm not much of a What, bud?
Can I just have one piece of paper?
Yeah, I thought I gave you like 10 earlier, dude.
Yeah, but
Okay, shit, we're gonna sneak this.
Just one.
Just here, go away. I'm sneaking paper to him. Don't judge me. Carol called us, man. She busted us.
We have a whole box right here.
We are busted by Carol. She called us sneaking paper. Jack ran off.
Started placing snap. Started placing snap, guys. I'm trying to stay quiet because there's a lot of background noise, but started placing snap.
Alright, I'll put Mitch up.
Like that move there. I want to see another squeeze up here through the 80s.
Yeah, really choppy market the last hour or so of the day, unfortunately.
Yeah, I could definitely agree to that. So I just got a 50,000 share position there at 78. You guys see this right here on the time and sales. This is important right here. So 78, 50,000 shares going through. All right, just added there, guys, at 83s. Now I got 500 shares.
You over here? Carol's over here, team.
Oh, look at my shirt.
Oh yeah, you look, you're floating in space.
Look, it looks like I'm a floating head.
Oh no. That's cool.
Green shirt.
Yeah.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
look, you look cool. Yeah. We got Carol here, ladies and gentlemen. My lovely assistant over here. I'm taking a little bit on MU. I'll leave Mitch up since he's been gone, but I'm taking a little bit on MU here. Popping up.
All right, let's see if we can get some lift in the SPY and some lift in the snap.
Yeah, I'm shorting MU right now. I got 200 shares, about break even on it.
Morning, Tiny.
I use that 43.30 something as my risk. It really depends on the SPY. Like you see the SPY here, that's the overall market, right? And so like what that is doing is going to affect everything else. So it's like what you see in the last hour with the SPY is just really choppy movement. Just kind of up and down, really tight range, choppy, boring movement, unfortunately. And so with scalping, what I'm doing, we need momentum breaks, and we're just not getting them. I'm gonna get out here. Kept that trade exactly break even though.
All right, guys. I do like LVS now for a reversal. I'm stuck in Snap. I don't have enough money to grab LVS, so I'm just gonna stay with Snap. But I do like it to come back to VWAP now. It's held a great bottom there, 44.21s. You could look for a little pullback to get in, but just nice volume that came in there.
Look out, John. There's a floating head behind you. Oh, look, we got the microwave chicken guy. My man, microwave chicken. You know.
My man. Throw that microwave chicken, that nuclear
Boil
chicken.
some water in the microwave.
Hey, you can microwave chicken. You know,
But wouldn't
chicken nuggets.
It seems like it would be kind of rubbery though, huh?
Microwave chicken nuggets.
Well, yeah, but that's already cooked chicken. We established that yesterday. That if you could heat up already cooked chicken in the microwave.
But
But
raw
you-
chicken.
You can't. Yeah, raw chicken. It seems like if you boil it like that, it would just be kind of like
I'm gonna make
rubbery.
a video experiment about that, guys. It's gonna be a video experiment. I'm gonna do it.
It's
I'm
gonna go viral.
Right. I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna post it, and that's gonna help grow our channel. You know, it sounds like that's what the people want to see. You know, will raw chicken microwave, you know, and cook? Who knows? What you doing over there? You struggling here? Why don't you get you a chair instead of like standing like that? Why don't you get yourself a chair?
Look, there we go. That's good.
Yeah, but isn't that uncomfortable though?
Not really.
Get you a chair, man. It rolls right over here. Just go
I
get it.
can't sit- If I get a chair,
Number
I'm gonna end up
one,
here for
search
longer
word.
than I need
So?
to be.
Hang out.
I gotta do school.
Yeah, raw chicken. 100%. You know.
All right, you got NVIDIA going all the way from the bottom all the way to the top there, John.
Yeah, that one looks
Remember
interesting.
keeping an eye on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
On the long run, guys, I'm keeping FLIR on my watch. It needs a break 39.74s for it to get bullish.
You can make gumbo. You can make like roux in the microwave.
Yeah, but roux isn't chicken. And like you should stovetop roux if you're making roux, not microwave.
You can make it in the microwave.
I'm not
though.
saying
it's
yeah, you
hard
can.
to make it.
I'm not saying you can't, but should you? Probably not.
That was one of the things that, like, things that you would think that you can't microwave.
What, roux?
Yeah, like.
People here probably don't even know what roux is.
Does anyone know? And if you know what roux is in the chat, tell me what you think it is.
My Louisianian friends in the chat should know.
Yeah, if you're from Louisiana, don't answer because you obviously know.
Interest shooting up there, guys. I should see a nice lift here
History here
in
today.
Snap.
Alright, market looks like it's finally reversing, so I'm coming up.
Yeah, guys, CGC now up above VWAP. You can look for that one. It's a big resistance at 1481. LVS is completing the reversal. If you look at that reversal, this is exactly what we like to see in reversals. LVS. I missed it this morning earlier, taking it a little bit earlier, but definitely look at that triple bottom again, 44.20s, heading towards VWAP.
DDA?
What?
What is that? What
That's NVIDIA. Look, it says it right there.
This one?
Look at Netflix squeezing down here, getting rejected at that previous closing price.
Oh, never mind. That was-
Roux is flour and butter. It would be tough to do, but yes, you could make it in the microwave. You could. I'm not saying you should, but you could.
Well, my dad made it all like could be lazy, I guess, but he knows how to make it in the microwave. There's like a exact like recipe, like every 15 seconds, and it's roux. It's the Cajun way.
It's R-E-O-U-X.
Yeah, Dominic got it. R-O-U-X.
Oh, R-O-U-X, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
roux.
Yeah, like our dog. We had a
Yeah,
dog,
we had a dog
named
named
Roux.
Roux.
Now he was named after the gumbo base. Roux.
Well, no, his real name was Rouge because we're from Baton Rouge. So
His real name, we named him Rousif F. Berry.
that was what John called him.
You know.
That's not what I call
Man,
him.
I had that dog trained, you know. Carol hated it because she's allergic. But I had that dog, like, really well trained. That was my baby. But then Carol was pregnant with my son, and now he lives at my dad's house in Louisiana because she's allergic to everything. Get you a chair, man. You look funny. You're weirding me out over here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't mind standing. Whatever.
Get you a chair, man. Drag that thing over here. You know you want to. Come on, man.
Yeah, you can put it in gravy. It makes good gravy too. You can do anything with roux, like a stock for like a stew or anything,
Wow.
or like the base for a stew. Very
Great job,
nice.
buddy. That's amazing, buddy. Great job.
Mm.
Yeah, you want to show it to him? Amazing. Brilliant. The next Picasso. It looks great, buddy. I love it, buddy. Thank you.
Did he bring you these?
Yeah, he brought me Bob Ross this morning. I already showed the chat.
Oh, really?
You show him. Bob Ross this morning.
Wait. Oh, the blue. Look at the green. The green is all blacked out. Look.
Oh, yeah. See through. Interesting.
Roux. Yeah. He's the one who came up with that. Really, I called him Roux or Rouge because his fur was kind of like a strawberry blonde, and like on the tips of his fur it was more red. So he was kind of, you know, and rouge is red in French, like Baton Rouge, red stick.
I'm trying to show them this trade on NVIDIA. We'll see if we squeeze up a little bit more. I might take another half off here, actually. And then keep 25 shares to see if we get a much larger breakdown, but relatively protected in it. Is what I'm looking for. Hey, bud. What you doing, man?
You like the face? Oh, here, the bottom is. Yeah. Here.
Great job, bud.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah, buddy. What's it saying?
We'll see, buddy. Maybe in a little bit. In a couple minutes, we're gonna do some more schoolwork.
Yeah, guys, so the other day I ordered my kids laser tag guns, and it's super fun. We've been playing laser tag for the last, like, 3 days, having laser tag battles. Gives us something to do. It's really fun, honestly. And I'm probably about to get out the rest of my NVIDIA shares. We didn't get the full breakdown of the highs. I'll give it one more second, around the $50 to test.
Hey
But I made
John,
money
sorry to
with
interrupt. I just got two sales of over 100,000 shares in Snap 1566. Sorry to interrupt there. It's just, that's massive.
Yeah, Nvidia tested the $0.50. It didn't quite hold. I probably could have held that a little bit longer, but I made some with it. I'm only down 16 on the day.
Every time I come over here, am I bad luck? Do I like distract you from?
No, I actually made money since you've been over here. When you came over originally, I was down like $60, and so, you know. Hey, nice, Lorenzo. Nice work, brother. Nah. Yeah, that's right. Go Tigers.
Yeah, Burrow got traded.
Yeah. Well, no,
Bengals.
Burrow didn't get traded. Burrow
He got
drafted.
He got drafted.
To Cincinnati, yeah.
It's kind
He
of
was the
natural
number
for
one
me to
pick.
say though. Like when you're talking about NFL players, like they usually get traded. Yeah, he got drafted.
He got
to the
drafted number
Bengals.
1 yesterday.
Proud of my boy.
Burrow, the truth. You know, the truth. Ugh, let me take these off. The man with the plan, Burrow. You know, doing things.
Yeah, he did it.
I'm gonna take a little bit more of Nvidia here. I'm in with 100. I'm gonna try to take some off. I don't quite like it. Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but 100 shares of Nvidia just now. We're gonna see if we get a squeeze up. It might backfire on me, but I didn't mind the squeeze, potential squeeze above the whole dollar. I'll get out if it breaks under those lows at 286. I'll hold on to this pretty tight because we might get a consolidation pullback. We got to squeeze down. I got to get out there. Yeah, we might get a squeeze right back up, but we'll see. Yo, Cannabis. We'll see what Cannabis is doing. Look at AMD. It's right around the highs. At this point, the market is above the VWAP, and so it's just consolidating above the VWAP now. It just depends on what we think is going to happen here, whether the market's going to start to squeeze above and continue to rise, or whether we're going to get a quick drop back below it. It's tough to tell. I think a big level right now with the overall market is 280. 280 should be a really interesting level to trade off of. We'll see. I got stopped out of Nvidia again, just chopping back and forth a little bit.
All right, guys. What I mentioned for Snap was there was 200,000 share orders that went through big below the price at 60s. I'm trying to find it. Can't find it on my time and sales again. Oh, here it is. And it went through NADF at 1566. Two identical orders. There's 20,000 shares there. And TLRY, they're breaking out there, guys. Looks like the cannabis stocks, I think they're buying that rumor of the small plan, small business lending. CDC now pushing up to 1490s. I think that one could get through 15 today.
Oh man. I gotta do more schoolwork.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You said I gotta do more schoolwork. I heard you. Yeah, alright. Because I can't hear Mitch, and if I turn it up too loud, then there's an echo. So yeah. Market pulling back below the VWAP here. We'll see what happens. See if we bounce there, if it fights that level, or if we just get rejected and it looks really weak. Big down wick in the SPY. We're testing that 280 level that I talked about. Really interesting level there. Where's my coffee? Did you put a bunch of stuff in your coffee? I think I'm out of mine.
I put a little sugar in it. You're poison.
No, I don't want sugar. Fast.
All right, guys. As this one comes up to a 95, we're going to take a little bit off just to make sure that we're going to be green for the day. All right. I got to stop. Take my stop off here. All right, there you go. Just took off 200 shares. Now I can leave the rest break even, set a stop, let it go, look for the break to a 16. All right, let's see if we get through the 95s here, guys. Snap, starting to push. That big seller could have been a seller there at 1560s. So he put an order out. It's 1561. We're talking multiple hundred thousands of shares. So it could have been a big seller pushing the market up. But definitely that big seller is making this stock starting to move here.
I gotta go do schoolwork.
All right, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and check out the platform that John and I use on these streams, definitely go ahead and check out TradeNet. It's a solid, high-quality platform. What it really does is it's a funded account program that lets you trade as much as you want. I know a lot of you day traders are out there trying to trade as much as you want, get outside the PDT rule, and this is a great way. Not only does it give you outside of the PDT rule, but it gives you cheap commissions, an ability to short stocks. You don't need to be borrowing, locating, the hard part really of shorting. What you want to do is you want to find someone that has some strengths and benefits and goes ahead and helps you with your strategy. They have the cheap commissions, the shorting stocks, plus you get access to a chat room. You get a demo account when you start so that you don't go crazy with your first couple weeks. You can go ahead and practice, see how the platform works, and then go ahead and get ready for your live account. And all this plus a legit trading course, this really makes sense risk and reward wise for the new trader. And if you're a new trader out there really trying to go ahead and separate yourself to the next level, go ahead and start live trading, but keep it small. That's what we always recommend. And that's where really where we see the benefit in TradeNet. So check it out, guys, especially if you guys are new to trading. And that's TradeNet.
Yeah, it's a really cheap way to get started, and it's like, most new traders end up risking thousands when they first get started, which ends up just costing them a lot of money in the long run, and it makes their learning curve a little bit harder to deal with, right? Because the only other option really is for you to save up thousands of dollars and risk that as a new trader. And new traders usually don't have really good risk management. They have terrible risk management on average. And so one thing you'll see a lot of the time is you'll see new traders lose their account over and over again, right, when they first get started, where instead of risking thousands of dollars, you can go the TEFs and TradeNet route. And I think that makes the most sense because you're only risking $400 essentially. You're getting way more buying power than you would. You are actually able to short stocks with no PDT rule. You get a legit platform, comes with the course, access to the chat room, and a demo account. And so the fact that you get all that stuff for $400 and you're not risking a ton, again, you're risking $400, which is a very small amount overall relative to what most new traders end up having to risk. And so with that said, it's just a really cheap way to get started, and you can check out the link here. And a good way to help support our channel. Like I said, we're not experts or gurus here. We just teach people what works for us. And so if you want to check out the same platform that we use, there's the link in the chat. Great way to help support us. Yeah, non-US citizens can use it. I get a lot of people from Canada, overseas, and Europe, the UK. I see a lot of people, overseas and, using the same platform that we do. So of course we're biased in their favor because we post referral links, but overall it's just a really cheap way to get started. It's just it's a really cheap option for a new trader. I'll put it that way.
All right, guys, just wanted to show you guys really quickly that everything is in kind of lingo. Nothing is more than 1% in one direction. Okay, just really quickly wanted to show you guys that. So that means there's a lot of consolidation in today. I know John's talked about the choppiness, and you can see it from the overall indexes. We've been trapped in the SPY for a long time. So let's see if we can start breaking hourly ranges. All right, guys, let's see if this can break out through here.
Hey, bro, hold it down. I gotta go, guys. I'll be right back, or I'll be back in a little bit. So Mitch is gonna hold it down, but I'll be back.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you guys like this trade here on Snap, definitely hit the like, hit the subscribe. It definitely supports us. Not only supports us, not only for other traders, but for you guys too. Other traders want to go ahead and see us. So if you guys hit that like, we get to more traders, and more traders can get with us in the fam. All right, guys, we're starting to see a little downturn there. Definitely don't want to see it break the support of the VWAP again. So 83s on the downside. Trying to let this break out through 16, but if we can't get above that level, we'll go ahead and get out of it too. Anybody wants to do the limbo? Hey, it happens, Sky. Don't worry. It happens to the best of us. One of the biggest things when we make mistakes is understand that it was a mistake, especially an order mistake. It probably won't happen again. But what you can do is just move on, try to learn from it. Every single time we do something negative to our account, we need to try our best to really learn from it, because the best traders learn from their mistakes. The ones that struggle are the ones that keep making mistakes over and over and over again, especially the same mistake. So one of the things is write it down, understand, hey, I always had to pay attention to my order form. It's just something that you pay attention to, kind of the same way you would in a certain sport, a certain kind of thing that you're looking for, a certain detail, and just always pay attention to your order forms. It happens to the best of us. It happens to John. It happens to me. We've all made order form mistakes. So don't think that that it's gonna get perfect, but you know how it goes. And Han Solo, 420 was great, man. We made good money on TLRY. Made over 130 bucks on TLRY. Had an enjoyable day, and at the end of the day, I think every day in quarantine is 420. So I'm enjoying it regardless, guys. Staying inside and trying my best to just continue on with life and keep moving forward for you guys. Try to keep trading and keep moving this account. Oh, Lester, I like the dark side of the moon on the emblem. Nothing like the dark side of the moon. Big Pink Floyd fan. All right, guys, let's see the hourly chart. Let's see if we can start really making moves on the hourly. That's really what we want to see, is to start making an hourly move here. Move back up to 1625s, 1650s, maybe even 17 for the day. So let's see if this can start breaking out here. There's a lot of sellers. You see how this stacks up here? So if we can blow through these sellers, we can get through the 16. We just went through some sellers there at 95s. Look, 97's going through. So what you want to see is a big seller step up here, like 100, and then you're going to see it flow through. All right, guys, there you go. It's approaching that breakout there. So now we want these 1590s really to hold. If the 1590s hold, it can really start giving us that momentum up. 15-minute, we're starting to hit the resistance there on the 15-minute, which is right here. So we want to see this 15-minute break through the 16. If not, it could reverse back to 86. And then at 86, we wouldn't really be making that much of a gain there. So let's see if we can hold the 90s here and really get back above that 16. Let me do some anecdote for you guys to show you guys what I'm looking for. All right, guys. So we did kind of this move up. That's a 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down. Now we want to make sure that it holds those levels and breaks out. It really should not break the VWAP anymore, and we really should get some volume accumulation in this area, which is the 590 area. I know my drawing is horrible, but I just want to show you guys kind of the levels that I look for and the patterns that I look for continuation. You know, a breakout through the 16 could get it right back up here towards these levels and get it back up there to the 1620 area. So that's what we're really looking for. That would be the first profit once it breaks through 16, and we could get a good gain out of this one. Good job, Flux. Keep flexing, man. All right, guys, there's 16. There you go. Now we're approaching these 16s. Let's see if we can get some volume to go ahead and support the breakout now. Through the 16s, that's what we want to see. There you go, up there to the 1603s. Looks like the next stop, 1605, and then 1610. My boy Wes is probably a little delayed, talking flower. All right, guys, looks like we're getting some volume support. Let's see if we can really get that push here. You see the big seller right there, 1597, 76,000 shares going through there. 76,000 shares at 1597. Looking for that level to hold now. Looking for this resistance line to hold now. We want it to close above 96. All right, guys, we got that cross. Now it's expanding up, moving towards 100. A crossover on the MACD shows positive. So we're still looking great here, guys. Really should start seeing this support start holding here. This 1595s, and then we can really start getting that level up. There we go, guys. Now pushing through, trying to get to the 1605s there. Just need to hold for right now. We're going to get to see the volume here, and we need to see if there's some ads there. 10,000 shares there at 1602. Pretty sure that's a buyer stepping up there. So let's see if we can get some lift. Remember, we want to hold 1595s on any pullback. There's the 1599s. Hey, Jonathan, not bad, not bad. All right, guys, there's that 97. Why is that 97 holding? Because there was a 79,000 share order that went through there. This is why you got to know the big orders. I could care less about anything that's 100 in Snap. This is why you guys see my time in sales here, and it's only showing me orders that are bigger than 1,000. 1,000 or bigger. Reason why? I don't care about anybody that's trading 100 shares in Snap. I care about the people that are trading 9,000, 100,000 in big orders. All right, there you go, guys. A little push there. Let's see if we can hold now the 95s. 95s is our out on the downside. If it goes through that level, I want to get out. If it breaks through 16 here, I think we're really going to start getting that momentum push. So remember how I taught you guys look for the 100s here on the ask? Look at that. 16, look how it stacks up there. Watch how this blows through. You want to see that 100 turn to 70, 50, 30, 10, boom, and it rolls right through. That's called momentum on the ask, and the buyer is stepping up. Look for that 100 share order to just pop up. Next thing you know, this changes to 100, and then you'll see it flow. Yeah, that's the level 2K. Yeah, Kay, this is why if you're trading in an American brokerage, you probably want to get someone that can help you with better charting and stuff like that, level 2s. You know, at the end of the day, you want a broker that helps you. You know, Robinhood doesn't really give you too many advantages unless you're using the web platform. But if you're using it on the phone, it's really hard to trade from. I use it, and don't get me wrong, I've taken trades on there. But I'm just saying, you know, sometimes it's best to get someone that can help you with some better kind of tools. Oh, the BYND, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. I'm telling you, I like that one. Anytime that one breaks above 100, I'm looking to short it, but can't blame you, Kevin. All right, guys, it's trying to break the 16 here. So if it breaks the 16s, we'll be looking great here. If not, it should probably pull back towards that 1595. Maybe come back to VWAP. I'm not going to let it come back to VWAP for me, because if not, I'll just be giving up these gains. So let's see if we can either break out through here or I'll just take it off. Yeah, free trades. Free trades are available now from a lot of brokers. So definitely check it out. TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, look them up. There's a lot of them that you could do free trades now. So here's that 95 we talked about, guys. It should definitely hold the 95s. We broke the 95, guys. I'm selling out, taking my profit, looking to re-add if I do get a VWAP bounce, but not going to be greedy there, guys. It could hold 90s and come right back up, but I'm going to take my winning day there. Now I'm up about $20-something, and it gives me an ability to take another trade for the day or call it a day in the green. So I'm more than okay with that. It should have held those 95s, broke out from there. I really wouldn't want it to retrace all of it. You see this 15-minute trend line. It could end up closing down here and then pulling it right back down to the low. So that's why I get out there. Gave it more than enough time. You guys saw me hold 16, hold 16, hold 16. Up, not holding the 16, we get out. All right, guys. So what you guys are seeing here, guys, is you guys are seeing TC 2000 for my charting. And on the right-hand side, all this that you see here, this is TEFs, and this is actually from TradeNet. And it's really a high-quality platform that really allows you to trade as much as you want with no PDT. As you guys can see today, I've been long on stocks, but I go long and short. If you guys have been in the chat room, you guys know that I trade long and short, and that's really what I like TradeNet. I don't have to worry about borrowing shares or anything like that. I just go ahead and focus on trading as much as I want, no PDT, cheap commissions. I can short the stock when I want to. And you know, when you're brand new, you get that access to the chat room. You get a learning course. Definitely check it out, guys. Tiny talking about a very important moment here, guys. So Tiny's talking about a big important part of trading is a lot of times you're going to see patterns and you're going to want to trade them just because you can see the pattern. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to trade every single pattern. So this is one of the hardest things to learn as a trader. Once you start seeing setups, you want to take every setup you see. And this is something that you need to start being selective in. Selectiveness is very important in trading because if we wanted to trade 30, 40, 60 times a day, we could. But that's really not going to be beneficial in the long run with the probability on our side. PDT got you. It happens, man. But so like I said, you know, you don't want to trade everything under the sun. I think this is something that a lot of traders get into, and it's hard to get out of. So you want to really stick to the strategies that work. And what needs to be important there is data taking. Your data needs to be taken every single day, guys. If you guys are not tracking your data, then I can tell you guys right now, you're not going to be able to find the long-term consistency from your own trading. Yeah, you can find a consistent strategy, but can you find it through your own trading? Can you find what works best for you? I think that's very vital to trading, guys. If you guys are not finding what works best for you, then you need to start tracking your data a little bit better and looking to see what's working and what's not. All right, guys, how we doing, Andrew? How we doing? Welcome. Oh, look who it is. It's Gideon. I haven't seen you in a little while, Gideon. Hope you're doing well. We're seeing this snap pull back here. We might have to shut it down here, guys. I'm not sure John's going to come back today, but I'm going to continue trading here. I'm up about $20, $30. Looking to see if Snap's going to hold the VWAP. But for right now, it's looking like it's heading down. CGC looks kind of interesting here. Nice little bottoming effect there. Just trying to see if the cannabis sector is actually going to get a lift or not. But the SPY is coming back down, guys. SPY coming back down, guys. We might get another crack here, and things might start cracking down. Let's see the VIX. VIX looking strong, guys. VIX looking strong. So you guys, a 15-minute pattern here on the VIX, VXXX. So this is one of my kind of patterns that I see often. push from, you get the pre-market down move, then you get a push up. Let me just draw it out for you guys. See these often. You get the down move, you get a move up, you get a down move, a move up, you get a down move, and then a third resistance try. So now that we get this long-term resistance to build up here, you can either try to trade it for the breakout and go this way, or you could short it there, hold right up top here, and watch it go right back down to the 43. This is why trading goes both ways, guys. There's always different strategies, and that's really what happens in trading. It's self-fulfilling. So traders will go ahead and either go long here or they'll go short here. And those kinds of things are what you need to learn and how to respect, is understanding that any one trader can change the trade for us. So it's very important to go ahead and always take that knowledge and knowing that the trade can go against you. Nothing's ever guaranteed. All right, guys, before we probably head out for the day, really want to go ahead and preface, guys, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, we will be having a live stream, guys, We're going to be going through some trading psychology, the what I call the dark truths of trading, and how you can really start mastering your emotions to get to the levels that you need to get to in trading. We always talk about technical analysis, we always talk about strategies, but definitely, guys, you don't want to miss out tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We will be going over a live stream on psychology. You guys can ask questions about trading, even if it's a strategy. Hold off to the end of the stream and we'll definitely answer any questions that you guys have about trading. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell. It'll let you know every single time we come on live if you hit that bell right down there. All right, guys, watching the VIX right here. So if you guys want to see me take another trade, let's get these likes up, guys. If I see the likes get up there to the 150, I'll take one more trade. I'll give you guys about 2 or 3 minutes to get them up there. Let's see what happens. If you guys get them up there, I'll stick around. If not, we'll probably call it a day here, guys. Like always, guys, we always have a Discord that you guys can keep up with. It's really fun to keep up with the Discord. Just even our off topics stream is really fun. We have lots of traders talking in there. Some are jokes, some are kind of more serious, but if you go to our day trading chat, that's really what we talk about trading. I put up articles on there that I feel have tradable ideas and stuff like that. So like always, guys, we're not professionals. What we're trying to do is give you guys a free resource. There's too many gurus out there trying to charge you guys thousands and thousands of dollars just to see what you're seeing right here, which is live trading, access to their trade ideas, how they trade, their strategies. We give you everything absolutely free. Yeah, guys, one of the cool things about psychology of trading is that it has a lot to do with what we call performance training. And performance training is something that is actually getting really big and kind of you start getting into these bigger fields in psychology. There's one that's being done right now, which is behavioral finance. I'm going to talk about behavioral finance tomorrow. Don't miss out, guys. We'll be talking a lot about how kind of the psychology of traders overall reacts and creates the momentum. We get a stock on the high day momentum, moving strongly, guys. MBOT here, guys. Look at this. Choo, we got a rocket, guys. MBOT is tradable for us, guys. Is tradable. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. This is a micro medical device. As you guys can clearly see, this one held a nice flag here and broke out. I would even draw it back from this level here. It's kind of more tighter in this level. This was just an extension above. We could see the resistance being held at 8.11, now going up there to $9. MBOT really getting big here, going parabolic, 100,000 shares going through there. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. We're almost there to that 150s, guys. Looks like someone wants me to trade here. Almost to 150 likes there. Look at this MBOT go, trying to break through $9 here. Has a pullback towards 850 here, guys. So be careful on the pullbacks. The stock going straight through the roof, guys. All right, guys, breaking through the 9 there, guys. Up there now to the 910s, pulling back from that 9 breakout. Be careful from that. I'm going to be looking for a big pullback in this one. Let's see where the daily resistance is. All right, guys, looks like we're heading up there and holding that line. This 890 is going to be very important to the stock. From that level, would be paying attention towards the 1009. All right, guys, if we measure the flag was about, we got a $1.14 breakout. That's kind of what we're seeing here. Maybe a 914 resistance get touched. Definitely seeing this 890s being important to it. Let's see if it gets above that 9 and holds. Almost there to the 150s there. Snap pushing back up there. He wants to break the 16 here, guys. There's Snap trying to break through the 16 here. All right, guys, I'm liking this LVS. Maybe get a reversal here back to VWAP. Snap breaking out there, guys. 16 now, 16 breakout on Snap. All right, guys, thinking about taking another trade here, just trying to figure out if I'm going to do a reversal or if I'm going to scalp the momentum that we're getting on the breakout right now. Definitely seeing some breakouts there. Look at Snap. Look at it go. Maybe could have held those 81s, but definitely breaking out there now, up there to 1611s. Now up there to 1611s, looking like it's going to get to 1620s. Definitely pushing up there and breaking out there. Another one you could look for a breakout with this one is Facebook, and you see it pushing on up there. John's grabbing some paper. All right, guys, looking to see if we're going to get some squeezes here. Might try to scalp CGC here. The risk would be 70 right now. Snap. What a nice breakout there, guys. I missed it, but I hope someone got that. Liking this CGC here. All right. Let's go ahead and try to scalp here into CGC. Got an entry there, 300 shares, 78s. Right now, risk is at 70. Really want to see lower highs, higher lows. I mean, over here, lower highs, higher lows. We'd want to see it break out through these levels here. Well, taking that trade for you guys. MBOT breaking down there from the 9s. You could look for maybe a pullback all the way to 8. There you go. We broke those 150s on the likes. So you guys see me taking that trade here. Like always, guys, definitely don't miss out, guys. Tomorrow we will have a live stream, guys. We've been doing these on the weekends just because I know that a lot of you guys are at home, have more time, and looking for something to watch. If you guys are looking for something to watch, to spend some time with some live traders tomorrow, definitely don't miss out, guys. 1 p.m. we will be going live. Don't miss out, guys. All right, guys, want to see the SPY start juicing up and ripping through the VWAP here. That would help. CGC does go sometimes against the SPY, so it doesn't really 100% signify that we'll get that breakout. But that's what we're going to be looking for here, for that push. I'm starting to get a little bit of lift there at 80. Go ahead and put some pressure on the downside on the upside for this. So I'm going to go ahead and put a limit order here at 75, 200 shares. Trying to let it break out through the 81s, push to the 80s. All right, guys, let's see if we get this breakout through the 80s here. Man, snap held there. The one that's been breaking out big today, Pinterest, P-I-N-S. That one's been breaking hard. All right, guys, starting to like FLIR also. Yeah, Lestro. That one did really well. Trying to see if we can get some momentum above this 81, really start getting it up there here, and then squeezing up here. Canceling down my ad order at 75. Really just want to see this push up here through the 80s first. See this hourly chart on CGC. Wanted to hold these 1470s here, start pushing up there, get to 15, and then it could really start getting a lift. Market getting a really significant, finally, a volume on the 5-minute. I think we're really starting to see which way the SPY is going to start heading for the rest of the day here. It's going to test the low of the 278.
It just means that you're special. You're one of a kind. One of a kind.
All right, that looks good for us. A couple ads going through there at 77s. All right, guys, should start seeing that push happen here. Let's see if we get the lift through the 80s.
Different doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that you're special.
Remember, these guys here, we want them to be buyers. So the lowest buy there would be 74. So we'd want the 75 to actually hold. There's these 75s showing up, guys. Want to see this hold and get back up, but it needs to hold there.
Different doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that you're special. You're one of a kind. One of a kind.
What's up, G Clark? What's going on, guys? Just being a little quiet. Just watching the trade, looking for some news. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see if we can get this lift through the 80s. If you guys want to see me add through the 80s, go ahead and hit those likes, hit them up. Let's get it up to 200. How to find stocks with, say, 10-cent gaps in the bid and ask spread? Probably Trade Ideas will have a scanner for that. How do you find a big spread? Look for low floats. Low floats will have that big spread. A stock that's traded low volume, stocks like that, those are the ones. All right, guys, it's time to get that pressure up to the 80s. Let's see if we can get it to break through the 80s here. There you go, breaking the 80s. Now it's starting to hold this trend line. Would want to see it above 81s here with some good volume jumping into it. That's how I can hit my ad and then get bigger. But I needed to break the resistance. See how it's not going past that trend line? There's a reason why, guys. It's holding that trend line right now. I needed to get above that. So really, now we want to see it hold these 75s. Yeah, maybe FinViz. Yeah, Joe. Good option there. Yeah, maybe on FinViz, look for the spread. It's not something that I normally trade. I know there's some institutionals that strictly trade off the spread. But you'd have to find somewhere where you can do that. I know a lot of them are against that. All right, guys, TLRY moving up there a little bit. We're seeing CGC get a little bit of volume here. Thinking about adding right here. All right, guys, just dealing with the little pup here. Trying to also keep trading this here. Let's see if we get this breakout through the 80s here. It's trying. Why isn't DraftKings dancing today, Bubba? Not really sure. I didn't really look it up. I kept it off of my eyes just because I didn't really want to trade it today. Let me take a little bit more look into that stock here. Okay, it looks like it's going down today. It's open there at 9:55 at 9 a.m. Now down there to $17. I'm trying to look at some of the market cap. Okay, you got an open price of $20.49, the low of $9.76. Market cap of 898 million. Seeing a double bottom there at 18s. I would let it triple bottom at 18 and then maybe look to see if you bounce it back up, but it's definitely one difficult to trade. Whenever you trade IPOs, what happens is there's no price discovery. You don't know where to buy it, where to sell it. So it's definitely a difficult one to trade. Yeah, the tech sec, the Han Solo, the tech sec has been getting burst. Momentum's up. An example right now, I think, would be NVIDIA. NVIDIA is looking like it's going to break that resistance line of 286.20. Start breaking out through there, but that's just the same thing. AMD pushing there. You could see MU start pushing up, but yeah, I did see that. All right, guys, up there to the 81s, 79s. There you go. That's kind of the momentum I needed to see for me to go ahead and look to see if we're going to get the ad. I did see some volume jump in there. All right, guys, just added there at the 82s. Now you got to hold VWAP no matter what, break even. 77 is our out. 75s would get us out immediately. Looking for this to break out through the 1490s. get up there to the 14.95s, then get up there to 15. There you go, 84 is showing up. That's a good sign for us right there. It didn't immediately turn away.
All right,
See if we can
guys.
hold 78s no matter what.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm back. My wife is back. Sorry, I promised my wife she could jog this morning, and so I had to help my son finish. He had something he had to turn in by 11 o'clock, but I'm back. I've been on my laptop trading a little bit, but still nothing really that great. I'm up like $10 on the day. I can put my camera back up now. There we go. Alright. Alright. So I'll keep, there's my P&L. I'm up $10. You can see, I'll keep Mitch up unless I trade something else. I might trade, like I said, I had to miss part of the morning so my wife could go on her jog and I had to kind of babysit, unfortunately. Looks like I didn't miss much though. Market's kind of choppy. We did get a nice rejection, so maybe I'll look for some shorts. It just depends. The SPY itself is kind of consolidating and testing that previous closing price. Like if we look here at the SPY itself, this is the previous close right here, and the SPY's just been kind of chopping over and under it, testing it. And so until we get like a breakdown underneath these levels here or a break above these levels, I don't really like too much unless it's on a very short-term basis. So we'll see. AMD hella strong today. Yeah, AMD has just been kind of weird, man. Whoa, man, I haven't looked at this one, and this one is popping off huge, man. Beautiful bounces plays. MBU's not really following it. Weird. But again, the SPY is very sideways, in a very sideways trend right now. And so we'll see if we get anything, but it looks like a lot of consolidation that we're getting right now. I might take a little bit on AMD, like 100 shares right now. See if we can hold above this 56 whole dollar and bounce up to break the highs up there. It's a very small time trade. Just 100 shares, so we'll see what we get with that one. Market bouncing at that previous closing price, but AMD doesn't look like it's following the market really.
Buying the rumor today, John.
Huh?
Buying the rumor
On which one?
on my CGC.
What's the rumor?
The bill.
Oh, what bill? I'm slacking. What bill?
The small business.
Yeah.
Small business. It might be included.
They're gonna let cannabis companies get loans? Is
They're
that what it
trying.
has to do? Okay,
Yep.
interesting.
They're pushing for the bill right now in the House.
It's necessary. I don't know if it'll pass. Hope the House should pass it if they're actually about what they're talking about. This is, issues like this are where you see where the left truly stands, right? Like the left is like, hey, like we're anti-discrimination, we're we're anti-bigot, we're anti all that stuff, right? And one of the worst things to happen to minorities is specifically the prohibition of cannabis and the unfair targeting of low-income communities. And so with that said, if any politician wants to do really wants to help, if any politician genuinely wants to help African Americans or minorities in general, the best thing they can really do is legalize cannabis. That's going to cause the elimination of a lot of nonsense that is affecting people of color, and I think it's one of those things where the left sometimes preaches like they are pro doing stuff like that, but a lot of times they have ties to the elite, and big pharmaceutical companies and all that stuff are very anti cannabis legalization because it's a huge competitor of theirs. The big pharmaceutical companies with the opiates are not going to want cannabis to be legalized because, to be fair, not many people are going to want to, if people had the choice to be on cannabis, a drug that is not physically that does not cause physical dependence versus a super harmful synthetic opiate or whatever it is, then people are going to choose cannabis every time, and that's going to hurt their business. And so we'll see who they're actually looking out for, whether that be the elite or whether they're actually looking to benefit those people. Sorry for the rant, you guys know me.
Yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely a big part of how their stock is going to react.
I hope it happens.
That DraftKings goes straight down. Wouldn't you know it? An IPO going down?
Yeah, man. Who knew? It's not the right time for that IPO. I get it's the draft and it's DraftKings, but there's no sports to follow up with it. There's no sports, man. And I get it. I get it. Somebody said they put their application in early, and now they just got approved. And so I get it, but in the end, there's no sports right now, man. It's a tough time for DraftKings, I guess.
There's a reason why you can't short IPOs. Let me just say that.
Voosh says the left have no ties with the elite. That's a right thing. Honestly, brother, listen, I'm anti-right as well, but if you genuinely believe that, you are extremely naive, bro. Extremely naive. If you're telling me Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton don't have ties to the elite, then you're not really paying attention, objectively speaking here. And like I said, I'm anti-right as well. I think Trump's an idiot, But
I know. Yeah, red to green move on INO. Huge one, man. See that one today?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, man, that's the one that I said. Watch today, maybe holding 12 on the downside.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but is it tradable for us? Doubtful, right?
I believe so. Look at this support drawn. I drew this out. When did I draw this? At 4 p.m. created on March 6th. Boom.
Bubba says, looks like I found my home. My first stock trader stop happens to be a positive believer in the same subjects that I have. I don't know, guys. I don't mean to be divisive. I really don't. But cannabis, I'm passionate about that. That's something that you gotta understand. The prohibition of something like that drastically hurts the minorities. It makes any lower income community is targeted, and they're gonna have more stuff like that involved. And so with that, it really hurts them. And it sucks when people don't look at it objectively. And like I said, I'm not super right-leaning. I'm not. But the left certainly have ties to the elite, and oh no, I accidentally double bought. I was trying to cover some there. Oops. Well, I'm in with 200 shares of AMD. I like this breakout though. I'm going to sell into this strength if we can get a nice move up. Yeah, I'm going to sell into that. I'm going to hold this 100 shares.
Can't blame you. The SPY spiked a little bit there. So
yeah.
SPY's been a little bit trappy.
Yeah, I'm up with, I only got 100 shares left, and so I was able to scale out a little bit because of that, but we're just at the highs on AMD, which make me uncomfortable. I like this squeeze. I like the push. I could probably take half off again here. Yeah.
What they're gonna say? My main thing is, I think cannabis might get those loans, and if it gets those loans, this definitely will juice the market up. I mean, their biggest concern is always borrowing money, and if they can get really cheap loans from the government, this could help their business put them right back on the map.
And they need it, man. You know, it's gotten hit a little bit, and you know, I mean, any reasonable person is usually going to be for the legalization of cannabis, regardless of whether they use it or not. And the main reason is to have an even standard. You know, alcohol is an objectively more harmful drug, and you know, they sell that at gas stations. You know what I mean? So it's like, it needs to happen. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. And again, the people really holding it back are the people that have ties and get PAC money, regardless of which side, left or right. The people that are really holding this back are the people that get PAC money from the big pharmaceutical companies. They are lobbying against the legalization of it, and which is both sides, to be quite honest. You know, it's one of the reasons Hillary lost the election, is because she had too many ties to big elite corporations. You know, and it is what it is, but it needs to happen. I'm for these stocks, and if I could find a cheap cannabis stock to invest in, I probably would hold it long term, hoping for federal legalization. But it would be a long term hold. Dude, you sound like you're stoned all the time. I mean, I got kids, man. I live in Texas. I don't smoke at all. I wish I could, but I don't. So yeah, I don't think I necessarily sound stoned all the time. I think I just mess around and joke and laugh and don't have a problem with making fun of myself.
I might.
I smoked it all the time when I was in my 20s, but I'm against it now. I've seen too many friends go mad. Yeah, but do you support alcohol, Manchester? Do you drink? You know, if you drink and you're against cannabis, that's just a really hypocritical stance, you know? Because it's like,
how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's about having an even standard, right? People are gonna say, why do you want to legalize another drug on the street? Caffeine's a drug. You know, sugar, I don't know if sugar's a drug. Caffeine's a drug. You know, alcohol's a drug. The only difference is that the federal government doesn't quite know how to make money from cannabis yet, you know? But they know how to make money and tax the big pharmaceutical companies. Legalizing weed will mean cartels will fight back, not all governments will comply. Yeah, for sure. But that's gonna hurt the black market if cannabis gets legalized. People want to know why cannabis is a gateway drug. You know, people say cannabis is a gateway drug. Why should we legalize a gateway drug? The reason cannabis is a gateway drug is because you have to go to an illegal drug dealer to buy it, right? If you could go to a dispensary, you know, eventually if you go to an illegal drug dealer to buy it, that dude's going to be like, hey, do you want to try this other stuff? And so eventually you're going to branch out and try all this unnecessary harder drugs for the sole reason that you're going to an illegal drug dealer to buy it. If you went to a licensed dispensary, you wouldn't have to go to a legal drug dealer to buy it. It would be a lot safer. You wouldn't eventually get, you know, they wouldn't eventually try to get you to try other stuff so that they could sell it to you, and it would cut down on the gateway drug, right? It's not like cannabis is a gateway drug. That's like saying people that try sugar or people that try caffeine eventually move on to meth, right? That's not how it works, you know? But again, boomer logic is what that is, you know? Manchester said so many friends ended up in the nut house because of cannabis. You know, I find that very hard to believe. Very, very hard to believe. But hey, you know, it's your experience, it's not mine. It's like when my alcoholic dad got mad at me for catching me smoking weed. Yeah, 100%. It's a very hypocritical stance, you know. Like, for instance, cannabis is not physically dependent. Like, it doesn't cause physical dependence, you know. You drink alcohol for 2 years and then you try to stop, you're going to get sick. You can actually die from alcohol withdrawal, right? Cannabis causes zero physical dependence whatsoever. And I think for that sole reason alone, it's a way safer and better treatment for a lot of ailments, right? Yeah, and the black market can be there, but what I'm saying though is that it's a safer method to have actual licensed dispensaries. Right, and again, it's not about whether we legalize another drug, it's about having an even standard, right? Sell alcohol, an objectively more harmful drug. No matter what anybody wants to say, alcohol is certainly an objectively more harmful drug. And we sell that at gas stations, right? But then we say a much less effective or a much less affecting drug is illegal and terrible and bad, right? A lot of it's just propaganda that's been going on for decades now, centuries really. But other parts is that it's the pharmaceutical companies that lobby against it because it's a lot better treatment with less physical dependencies than a lot of the drugs that they're currently putting out there. And for that reason alone, it's most likely staying illegal. Pharmaceutical companies give too much PAC money to politicians. And so in turn, it's very hard to get them to agree on that, I think. Spy's rejecting off the VWAP. I just don't like the smell. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, this is coming from somebody that doesn't smoke, that has 2 kids, and that I live in Texas. And so, you know, the risk reward's not good enough here for me. But in the end, it's just about, you know, like I said, there's a lot of propaganda that goes on about it. And the reality is, it's just objectively less harmful drug than a lot of the stuff that's already legalized. And so having it being criminalized while way more harmful stuff out there is legal, it just seems like a very hypocritical policy to keep it illegal. And it's definitely not an even standard to follow. Cannabis causes immediate and permanent psychosis in some people. Well, so does alcohol, you know. Alcohol is an objectively more harmful drug that causes way more physical, like I said, alcohol is one of the only drugs in the world that causes severe withdrawal symptoms. If you're a heavy drinker and say you drink heavily for 2 years and then try to stop, it's going to cause severe withdrawal symptoms in people. Same thing with opiates, right? Cannabis, if it does have withdrawal symptoms, physical dependence is very light. And again, alcohol is just an objectively more harmful drug that has been around for centuries. And, you know, like I said, causes way worse intoxication, and it's way worse for you overall. Yeah, CBD is the truth too. So like I said, I'm up $28. Mitch is still killing it with the CGC trade. As we talk about cannabis, Mitch is longing cannabis, you know. Maybe that was our plan all along, guys, you know. And like I said, regardless of your stance, you know, I love you all. Please don't judge me for my stance on cannabis. It's just my truth. And everybody has different environmental experiences, I guess. So, no worries either way. SPY pulling back down. The S&P 500 is testing a big support level at around 2,800, 2799 or so for the S&P 500, which is the SPX on these charts. Alright, well then Texas, I'm going to tell you this, man, in Texas, and it might be hard to hear, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Texas Trader says, I have suffered permanent brain damage for 33 years from smoking a strong strain when I was a teenager. And again, I'm going to tell you this. No, you didn't. Like I said, this maybe make people frustrated, but no, you didn't. If you had suffered brain damage, I'm assuming it was probably from something unrelated to cannabis, because that's not how it really works. But again, maybe I'm wrong. That's just my take on it. Who knows? And honestly, I think propaganda like what Texas Trader is talking about is extremely harmful for the overall view of it, because it's just, like I said, anybody that's actually used it before knows, like, that's an absolutely absurd statement from somebody that probably doesn't understand it at all and uses, you know, like I said, propaganda to base his beliefs around it. But it's unfortunate.
Hey guys, I'm back. Just taking care of the little pup, feeding her. Just watching this one, trying to see, let it break through the 90s here, see if we can get through the 90s. Thinking about taking some off if it retraces back towards my entry, but the fun part now is that we're actually right at VWAP, so we can let it always touch VWAP and let it come right back up here. Gives us an opportunity to let it break out through the 15 today. Now, one thing I definitely would mention, at the end of the day, guys, you know, cannabis is going to be legal eventually, no matter what. And that's just because money. At the end of the day, when you think about the amount of millions and millions that cannabis tax is injecting in the school system just here in Colorado alone, I think that's beneficial. If my kids are going to go ahead and have better schools because people are going to smoke some pot, I think I personally would prefer that any day of the week.
Let it happen, you know.
Let it happen. If my kids are going to learn better, let it happen. You know what I mean? If we're going to go ahead and do better PSAs, public service announcements, to teach more about how, yes, there's a complete difference between drinking, smoking cannabis, and then doing hard drugs.
100%.
I think that's the biggest thing too, is more education. And that's really what needs to be built from this. At the end of the day, taxes is so heavily done on cannabis that majority of the times when you buy cannabis, you're paying 30% tax.
Right.
So think about that. Think about the amount of money and government money that we're going to be able to make from that. At the end of the day, it just makes business sense.
Right.
Not even if you want to be, you know, on rights and stuff like that. It just makes business sense.
Right.
And for the market in the long run, that's definitely a sector that you're going to see grow in the long run. It's going to be fun to watch. Today, I'm doing what a lot of traders talk about, is buy the rumor, sell the news. So today, I'm trying to buy the rumor on this bill. And if the news came out later on in the week and this stock went through the roof, I would go ahead and look for shorts, because you could sell the news and buy the rumor. I've always heard that, and it actually works out a lot of the times. Well, just to answer someone in the chat, at the end of the day, I think once you become an adult, everyone has their own ability to make their own decisions, and we should never ever try to hold people's decisions back. Everyone's a grown person. You know, kids are kids, but when you become an adult, that's part of becoming an adult, is understanding that you control your body, you control who you are, you control what you trade, what you do.
And here's the thing, right? Oh, my bad if you're still going.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, here's the thing, right? This is how you really want to look at it, right? I see his name is Texas Trader, right? It's all about, if it doesn't hurt you, you know, if you're a libertarian, for instance, and you're anti-government, right? Cannabis doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt you. The only person it might hurt is yourself, and that's your decision to make, right? I'm very anti-government in that regard, and so it's like, if people want to do it, let them do it. As long as they're not hurting anybody else, let them do it. Go to a licensed dispensary, you know, like legalize it in that regard. But don't sit like I said, my issue is the propaganda, right? People acting like people that drink alcohol, hard liquor on a daily basis, talking about how cannabis is bad, right? An objectively more harmful drug is alcohol, and I think no matter what frame you want to look at it in, alcohol is an objectively more harmful drug. Objectively more harmful. You know, causes way worse physical dependence, is much worse for the human body, causes way worse intoxication. You know, you can't drive at all when you're on alcohol. I'm not saying you can on cannabis, but I think it's an objective fact that alcohol is a more harmful drug, whichever way you want to look at it, you know. And so with that in mind, it's about having an even standard, you know. And like I said, a lot of the time people don't really want to like look at it from that regard, because it's like if they're right wing, you know, the right wing stance is universally anti-cannabis, right? And if they're left wing, they're usually pro-cannabis. But it's not left or right. It's about why it's actually staying illegal, and about why it's actually still criminalized to this day, which is that the big pharmaceutical companies have yet to make money from it. And once they can make money and they get set up to make money, the lobbying against it's going to start, and then we're going to get legalization. And like Mitch said, it's an inevitability at this point. Like, it's going to happen eventually. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because they haven't been able to make money from it yet. And so that's the problem at this point. But it's a freedom issue.
I did a little more like thought into that idea, and what ends up happening is there's state tax, right? Then there's usually a regional tax. Then there's a medical tax. This would add a federal tax. That's why it's not going through. It'd be another tax on top of it, and then so it's actually even. Yeah, what are you going to tax it? 70%?
Right, 100%. And like I said, this is coming from somebody that doesn't smoke weed. People could say, oh, you sound like you smoke. They're just mad because I'm probably against their stance on it, right? But like the reality is, it's like in the end, it's an objectively less harmful drug than alcohol, and they sell alcohol at gas stations. And like, I guess that, if you really think about that, you'll understand the absurdity of kind of how it's been going on. And you'll understand that it's like, hopefully the big companies find a way to make money from it so we can just end the prohibition. But it's kind of like the equivalent of alcohol, right? The only reason these cartels started to make money from it is because it's been criminalized, you know. And sure, they pivot to other harder stuff, but in the end, it's like it's an inevitability.
All right, guys, just sold some there at 1491, 200 of my position. Reason why we're selling there is the high of the day. If this is going through 15, let it go through 15. But if you don't take profit there and it comes right back to your number, you'll look back at your day and be like, wow, I could have been up $50 at least. And I've learned more and more how important it is not to be greedy at these moments in the midday, and also accept taking some off. Look for your momentum to continue going in your trade, but it's not okay also to, let's say, let this trade go end up red, and then next thing you know, I'm red for the day. That's not okay at this moment in time. And you always have to take those approaches in trading to start knowing what your goal is. A lot of the times as trading goes on through the day, you lose what your goal is. You lose what you're really trying to trade for. And you're trying to continue building the green account, but you also are not trying to continue just risking, because that game never works out. And so continuously, always, guys, some part in the day, start reminding yourself what you're really trading for so that you can keep your focus in and continuously get profits out the market.
Right, 100%.
You know, it's very easy to fall off track during the intraday market. Just pulling us off here. Look at that. Now we're up there to 1498. It's looking really solid in this CGC win here. From this 15, we actually have big breakout points. If you look at the hourly chart, we're heading up there towards 1517. From there, you got 1525 and 1550 in reach. The real thing you want to see is a big volume add at 15. And then eventually when it pops above 15, you want to see it pull back and hold that number. That's always important.
Yeah. Cigarettes kill way more people. Oh, thousands and thousands more. But weed's bad, guys. You know? Sorry, you guys know me. We talk about cannabis, I'm gonna start ranting, man. It's just something I really believe in, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am, though. I think that anybody that actually looks at things objectively and doesn't just kind of shill for one political party can kind of see that this prohibition is detrimental to a lot of people. It hurts way more people than it helps. I'll put it that way. Kids are going to do it regardless. Would you rather your kids, would you rather anybody have to go to an illegal drug dealer, or would you rather them at least go to a licensed place? And not kids. But I think, and you look at it in that regard, people are going to do it regardless, right? Criminalizing it causes way more problems than it does good. And, regardless of which way you feel about it, that's an objective truth. But, nobody wants to look at it like that because, again, people that are right wings, the right wing says it's bad. And then people on the left never think that their side is the one holding it back, when a lot of times the elites on the left are certainly the ones that are more connected to the big pharmaceutical companies as well. So it's a big mess.
All right, guys, I'm going to see if this is going to break out through here. Like always, guys, if you guys want to check out the platform that John and I use every single day, we use a high quality platform. The speed you guys are seeing right here, you guys are seeing me even doing market buys here and market sells. I only recommend this through our platform, which is Tefs. The reason why is we've gotten really good fills on almost every single time we do those market. And you guys are seeing me here make significant amount of money with a small account. And that's really what's important. I know too many traders are out there trying to make small accounts happen for themselves. And at the end of the day, guys, we try to lead the truths of trading. It's not going to be easy, especially if you're in a small account. It's going to be very difficult. And a lot of the times you will lose money. But what you need to do is always try to get the strengths. So what we use TradeNet for is those low commissions and ability to short stocks. I can't tell you how many times I've heard new traders only go long, and they get so long biased that every chart they're looking at, they think it's going to break out or it's going to reverse. And this is a negative. You want to be able to go long and short, have different abilities. And that's where I really think TradeNet supports us, is that it gives us the ability to trade what we want to trade and also get into what we need to trade in. So with my buying power, I bought a stock today at $44, and I'm trading stocks at $15. I usually like to stay between 10 to 50, but you can trade even outside of these ranges.
Oh, sorry. I realized myself I was muted. All right.
All right, guys, and don't forget, guys, I know we still got a couple more people in here. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., we will be going live. Interesting stock of the day, man. The biggest and interesting stock of the day, actually tradable on TradeNet. MBOT. Have you seen that? That thing's been going through the roof. Big resistance there at 1009. It's starting to get up there to that level that I would even trade a reversal on it. I'm keeping an eye on this one. Definitely a huge stock of the day. Tradable on TradeNet, has made a massive gain from the day. I think we're up now somewhere in the 60%. So big move stock today. All right, guys, what we want to see is start seeing 15-minute candle break through that resistance and hold. So it should hold the 90s from here on a pullback. This area right here, these 90s, we want to see it hold and continue a trend line up as we've broken out of this symmetrical triangle. Now we're starting to start an uptrend here. We need to continue that uptrend. So you can see pullbacks in these areas. But from this point on, just to kind of understand, we don't want to be seeing that 90 broken. We want it to hold that trend line, start bouncing on up there, getting to 15, getting above 15, and continuing.
Yeah, we're doing a little strategy class session thing. Hey, my dad's calling. This is the second time he's called. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
All right, guys, how we doing, traders out there? I actually got into this trade. If you guys don't remember, the reason I took this trade was a lot of it was because we hit the likes, guys. We hit the likes. So always hit the likes and support us. We pushed past 150. I took the trade, and look, making another gain, guys. Another good day. Like always, guys, stick with us on the Discord. We have a free chat, guys, 24/7. The Discord, guys. If you guys aren't in it, you guys are missing out. Definitely get in that free chat. There's so many traders in there that talk about different strategies. Not only the strategies that we trade, but so many strategies that you can trade. TLRY has been going off. Yes. Let's look it up. Looks like the cannabis sector is getting a lift, man. Look at that. Chew. Look at that, man. Today, earlier, I was when I got in CGC, it was there at 705. I was thinking about getting into that one also, and man, that one made a nice rip there, up there to the 735s. So definitely stick with that one.
All right, guys. So yeah, we'll probably end up closing it down pretty soon here. I'm gonna go ahead and post this link one more time. Like I said, one of the easiest ways to help support our free content here, we do this live for free every single weekday morning on YouTube. And so one of the best ways to help support this free content is by going through our referral links. It's a great way to help support us. The first one is for our platform, TAFs and TradeNet, a really easy package to understand and get. It comes with 14,000 in buying power once you're approved for the base package, which is $3.99. There's no PDT rule, and you can short on these accounts, and it also comes with a course and a demo account and access to their chat room. And it's just a great way to help support our free content here, and it's an easy way for new traders to get started in the market and be able to actively day trade for pretty cheap. A lot of the times, new traders are going to lose their first few accounts, and so they end up saving up thousands of dollars just to eventually lose it, and it just causes them to get really frustrated with trading early on. And so one of the easiest ways to get around that is to check out TradeNet packages, because the base package is, like I said, $400. You get a ton of buying power once you're approved. There's no PDT rule, and it comes with the course, and it comes with the demo account, and it comes with access to their chat room, and all of that stuff being in a bundle for $400 that allows you to actively day trade just makes a ton of sense for a new trader. And to be fair, I think most new traders, just like anywhere else, they're probably going to lose these accounts as well. But when they lose these accounts, they're only down $400 instead of thousands like most new traders end up having to do. And so here's the link if you want to check that out. It's a great way to help support our channel. You can also check out Trade Ideas, which are legitimately the best scanners in the game. Super customizable, dynamic scans allow you to trade a lot of different stuff and build strategies and scans around different setups that you like. You can use our promo code BT15 as well. You get 15% off of Trade Ideas by using our link here too, or by using our promo code BT15. And again, just like the last one, it's a great way to help support our free content here. Mitch just posted our Discord link, and you can also check out our website, which has got a lot of cool free content for you to check out. Here's the link for that as well. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and close it down. So good luck in the market, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.
Don't miss out tomorrow, guys. 1 p.m. Eastern.
We got a class tomorrow at 1 p.m., guys. So good luck. We'll see you guys tomorrow.